Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Natural One, where we roll the dice, kill the creatures, and tell the stories, and I am aware what show we're on.
Oh, Kira.
So, real quick, a couple of announcements before we jump into everything. We do not have Mark and Meg with us tonight, unfortunately.
They're dead.
They're dead. They're gone. They're dead.
Forever.
Buried in the backyard.
6 feet under.
6 feet under. Get about it. Unfortunately, Meg's a drill, and Mark is trying to make sure he's not spreading the COVID. I thought we were done with that after the last 2 years, but apparently not. But anyway, so obviously he's being safe, but he will not be here this week. Next week, presuming everything works out and I get it all for tomato time, we'll be having a one-shot. Going back to about 12 years, shortly after the betrayal of the Lunari tribe in the fall. Focusing around Marcellus, an extremely aged King Darius, and Ignatius. So if you have interest in that, come back next week. We will be showing that off. And then we'll go ahead and give a quick shout over to our friend at bcdesignden.com. Makes a lot of lovely custom t-shirts, socks, different tumblers, all sorts of things. And she does it at way cheaper prices and really, honestly, better quality than pretty much anywhere else I found online. So definitely, if you have an interest in getting a shirt that says whatever the fuck you want on it, give her go ahead and contact her, and she'll be willing to work with you. And I believe that is just about everything, unless anybody else has anything else.
Justice for Johnny.
We don't get political on this. That's not political. It's not.
It's not political at all.
No,
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Shit, man, I'll cut your fucking head off.
Let's go ahead and roll the crap. Damn it, I did it again! The natural one! That's the show that says, fuck you, Dad! I told myself!
To be fair, we were...
Your time to fly, or your time to die. Let's have some fun on the natural one. You can roll the dice if you pay the price. No, we're not done. It's the natural one. It's the natural one. It's the natural one. You got dragons and flagons and horses with wagons. There's a ton of how local shit natural is dragon. You're a titan of fighting in the day or night. It's an amazing story that you all are writing. It's your time to fly, or your time to die. Let's have some fun on the natural one. You can roll the dice if you pay the price. No, we're not done. It's the natural one. Natural one. It's the natural one.
Because I will definitely forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
One of these weeks I will remember what show this is, and I will not fuck that up horribly. It is not this week. It is not this day. But anyway,
Today is not this day.
last time, you guys were getting ready to go to sleep after a long night of drinking, and Ronan decided he would take an opportunity to spy on Cassandra, or scry on Cassandra, tomato, tomato, and found that she was actually located in an inn not too far away from you guys in the town of Capade. After waking up the rest of your alcohol-induced party, you guys head down there after Ronan cleansed enough of you of drink. And Ronan went up to talk to her and found her somewhat more amiable than you guys initially feared. And she ultimately admitted that she was hunting you to make sure that nobody else got you. And confessed that she really didn't understand why she was doing it or how she saw what she saw, and that it didn't make sense. Ronan explained as best he could in about an hour what had happened and how the Queen had somewhat hoodwinked everyone in attendance. And so Cassandra agreed to more or less keep out of the way and go underground for a little while. Ronan attempted to send her to Saul's, which she refused, but she did agree to hide for a while. Afterwards, you guys head up to Evier Hall at the behest of Lan, and to get the opportunity to both visit a library and visit Michael and... Sorry, you didn't think of the ducks distracted me. Visit both Michael and William and speak to them about a budding revolution you guys are planning.
Viva la revolution.
While you guys were out there, Lan directed you guys towards the prison, where he had a strong inclination to visit a certain prisoner. As you guys walked in, it was revealed that this prisoner was actually Lan's mother. That is more or less where we left things.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, after Talon and Lan go down, after being down there for the better part of an hour, you guys on the outside witness Talon and Grendel walk back up. Definitely a little bit of understanding coming across their faces, but wasn't even any worse for wear. So, Water Wigglers, what would you guys like to do?
Me and Grendel will walk back to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Across the street?
That's up to you guys. What would you need to do?
I felt like
You guys were on the outside of the jail cell, unless you wanted to go anywhere in particular, do anything.
no, we probably just waited outside the jail.
Okay, easily enough.
Find a bench. Ghost is just feeding the ducks. Yeah, pretty much. Bread. I'm feeding them bread.
Make you fatter.
Can't keep traveling with you if you're slow.
No, bread's really bad for ducks. It makes their stomachs expand. Here's a whole loaf. And a loaf for you.
He's laying it out on the ground.
For you.
What does that spell? Leviathan.
So Grendel walks up to where you guys are sitting, along with Talon. And then you can just hear him whisper in your heads. That was weird. But,
Yeah, could have gave a little bit more warning than that.
I didn't have any more than that.
Are you guys within range of us?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're talking right in front of you now.
Just gonna hike up real quick. Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah, we rewired the shit.
Okay.
It is at this point I'll take the glasses off, by the way.
Okay.
Because they only last an hour, I think.
An hour, I guess.
Yeah.
What was weird? What happened?
We found Lan's mother.
Okay, does she work here?
Not exactly.
Prison here. Oh. We're not breaking her out, are we?
No.
Okay, good. Did we break her out? He fairly accused. She in our situation?
Wants to.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea right now.
Why does he want to break her out? Like, what did she do? Can we speak to Lan? No,
I don't.
no disrespect, but we.
I don't. After a moment, you see the flash of purple energy. Thank you. Inside of Grendel's mouth, and Lan's purple tongue appears.
There he is.
Hi, everybody.
Talk. What's going on?
We're inside a city.
Why is your mother locked up?
She's not guilty of anything.
Why is your mother locked up?
She's locked up because it was the best option she thought she had.
Is it something that she was running from?
No.
Okay.
Do I believe that, by the way?
Make an insight check with advantage.
Okay.
24.
Two of them, please. Thank you, sir.
I assume I'm getting discorded.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Kira.
Come downstairs.
We were just talking about the first movie earlier. My legs.
There we go. Sorry, I had to find out how to spell uncharacteristically.
Characteristically with a UN in front of it.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
I got you two.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so kind.
Okay.
But no, she's not running from anything.
So what do you want to do?
I want to get her out.
Like something in my eye. But now it's all pissed off. Don't mind me, guys.
You need
I
a
do this all the
Benadryl
time.
or something?
What?
Need a Benadryl or something?
You have one?
I can look.
But I figured given everything our group can do, that wouldn't be particularly hard.
Our group?
I have been here for a while. In fact, technically, I've been here longer than Grendel or Sally.
Technically, you're dead.
It's the gray area.
And so what should happen if this goes south? Then what?
If we handle ourselves well enough. I mean,
Let me speak back to Grendel.
Grendel's voice just sounded in. I'm still here.
Is this something you want to do?
No.
Okay.
One's fine. Two will make me sleepy.
I get it's something he wants, but I think maybe breaking somebody out in the middle of a town where we're not hated is not a great thing to do.
Thank you, sir. A ghost stops feeding the ducks bread for a moment and goes, wait, what? We're doing what?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you were in the bathroom. Land wants to break his mother out of prison.
No!
That's basically Grendel's attitude.
That's Ron's attitude.
All I'm saying is we fought a bunch of demons and shit because you took an oath, but an innocent woman is in jail and you don't care?
You just said she felt that was her best option.
She did.
Why was that her best option?
What did she do?
What is she running from?
She's not running from anything.
Then why was jail the best option?
She wanted to protect her family, okay?
So she got locked up to protect her family from...
Something that happened.
Okay. Well, when we're ready to avoid being super vague, we will consider breaking in.
I want to make a persuasion check. This is definitely something Land wants.
That is a... probably a 6, dog. Oh, that's a 9!
There was a high likelihood that I was going to be blamed for my father's death.
Mm-hmm.
She Made sure I wasn't.
So she took the fall for you.
Yes.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
$15.
There's an 80% truth to what he's saying. There's small pieces that are definitely not.
Yeah.
There's a couple pieces of the puzzle missing, but the puzzle is taking shape.
Thin crust today.
Mm-hmm.
I always like thin crust better.
So, you want us, in a city where we're not hated, to break into a prison, to free your mother, who is taking the blame for you on a murder charge. That is correct.
Who is covering for me? Point is, she's an innocent woman who should not be in jail.
So, just so I'm clear about what has happened. Your father's dead, yes. And his cause of death was...
There were some puncture wounds.
Puncture wounds.
And loss of air.
Awesome. Oh, okay. And these puncture wounds were caused by...
Coroner was never sure.
Oh. Alright. I see. And where were you at the time?
I was a child. I lived at home.
Child, how old?
About 4 or 5.
Alright. So,
For the record, you would have just slightly more insight into the fact that this was a... Whatever happened to Lan's father was brutal. Part of the reason why every jailer, when you mentioned what prisoner you were there for, was like, oh, fuck.
Can I make a... Instead of just making constant insight checks, can I make like a passive insight check on specifically him asking and him answering that the coroner wasn't sure?
Sure. Go ahead, we'll just keep it.
Well,
What was your roll?
passive insight?
Oh, what
Because that'd be
passive?
kind of
Yeah, what's your passive insight?
18.
18. He knows a lot more than he's saying.
He what?
He knows a lot more than he's saying.
Okay.
right,
Actually, I need you to make a concentration check for me.
Also, Sherlock, if you want, I do have this 230 calorie protein bar with 20 grams of protein if you want it.
I appreciate it, but I'm good, thank you.
I just want to make sure.
Thank you, though.
Reese's peanut butter cup flavored if you want it.
No, I'm good.
A concentration check?
Yes.
It's on a spell?
no, I'm good.
As if it were a
I've
spell.
been eating the, like,
I just
I
took
don't know
more
what they're called,
extra.
they're like
Oh, okay, so you
fake
did that.
bars.
Natural 20.
They sell those at my job. They're fucking delicious.
There's like a 2-pack.
Yeah.
Went
Try
from a
have
3
you
to a
tried the
20.
apple cinnamon?
Yes. Yeah, Nikki bought me a whole box for work.
Yeah.
Primo. That's usually my breakfast. One of those. Oh. Anyway, so why would you have been blamed if you were but a child?
I was home alone at the time.
What was you and your father? And
My father and I were home alone at the time. My mother wasn't home.
see.
She lied about that.
So, your father was overpowered by a 4 or 5 year old boy.
He was a heavy drinker.
So,
Look, we could delve into every aspect of all our pasts and point out all the unpleasant things. Point being, an innocent woman is in prison, and she shouldn't be.
You should.
wait, took the words right out of my mouth.
And you can't, because if we imprison you, we imprison Grendel. So truly, justice is not served. It's the gist that we're all getting. Talon, did I say that right?
You said that right.
Ghost, did I say that right?
Almost indubitably.
Okay. And if Sally wasn't playing with her duck, she'd probably say the same thing. So, in a city, once again...
Quentin Rogers is very disappointed in you.
Where's the Nomad Rogers at? Where's
Objection hearsay.
Well, isn't this hearsay? Favorite word?
Why don't we see if we can... Just to be clear, Lan, are you admitting that you murdered your father?
You say your father has poured himself a mega pint.
And that caused him to go into a rage, and you just had to
My
put him
father had a
down.
box that looks like it could fit some cocaine.
He drank a mega pint and it led to his mega death.
My father consumed a lot of alcohol. There was an incident, and he died. Make sure I wasn't blamed for it. My mother took the hit. It wasn't good marriage, so people didn't really question things too much.
Did you do it? That's what we're asking.
No.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
What I said.
Don't bother.
He said there was an incident, and his father wanted him dead. And he goes, "But did you do it?"
Questions.
Dirty 20.
Well, Lamb rolled the natural one, so everybody, you can tell he's lying.
Here you go.
It's impressive to tell a tongue is lying.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Did you do it? Yes. No. I mean, no. I definitely meant no. It happened all on its own.
Okay. Well, Lan, if you say you didn't do it, I believe you. So who did do it? You were the only one in the house that night, right? With your father?
It was a drunken accident. You guys understand more than most. Drunken accidents happen.
Drunken accidents will happen with multiple puncture wounds and what seems to be strangulation.
Been the only person in your house who can fix anything, never fixes anything. There's a lot of broken boards.
What I want to know is, 5-year-old triangular
Yes, that's...
full-grown man.
Unless there was another speedster in there.
They never were sure what caused the loss of bear.
The what?
They were never sure what caused the loss of bear.
You know, Lan,
Asphyxiation.
in your physical form, you used to be able to summon these tentacles. When did you develop that?
Maybe a year or two before you and I met.
When did you get your book?
You can tell he's lying. Not rolling good. The book I picked up, I don't know, I was 12.
Oh, I don't know. Do I need to say
But I'll
it?
just tell you you believe him when it's... I don't know, what's your passive insight?
My passive insight is 12.
Oh yeah, you actually believe him on that.
Okay.
It's the fucking human lie detector who doesn't believe it.
Right. Right.
Since Ronan now knows he lied about him doing it, everything that Lan says now is just, there's no credibility.
Suspect.
A lot of Lane's history is starting to make more sense
Yeah, there's
now.
no credibility now.
I mean, above table when shouldn't have credibility.
But and so Ron is just like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, 100%. That makes sense, buddy.
Things were a little quiet for a moment. Okay, look. I've been helping this group a lot. I don't think I'm asking for much to at least put a plan into action. I've saved you all from taking damage multiple times a day.
Man, tell the truth. Did you murder your father?
I will telepathically say to you after you say that, he's not going to tell you.
And do I have the ability to respond?
I don't remember what the Kalistar thing.
Make a
I think
persuasion
with
check.
Is you do.
Yeah, Grendel's telekinesis is different, or telepathic. It's different.
I have to check it.
9.
Yes, you
I
can
was
respond.
there.
Okay.
You can respond.
So after he says that to me, I just respond back, I know. Now we just want to see how far this is gonna go.
Not a lot of road left.
Yeah.
Was anything else there?
Stuff in the house.
Maybe 2 different colors of lightning.
I fucking hate you.
And when the guard came,
The guards, yes.
did they instantly accuse your mother?
They asked questions. Mom didn't really try to dissuade them. Wasn't the first time they'd been in the house, so
So why now?
I didn't know where she was until now. I didn't even know she was still alive.
Father was a drinker in the feet.
Not the words I would use to describe him, no.
How would you describe it?
I'd rather not.
Oh, you would say you didn't like your father very much.
We weren't. We were close, but
Were
didn't
you?
often agree.
Close.
Deep for a 4 or 5-year-old boy. Did he take you
Yes.
outside and show you how to fix stuff?
Would you say you were about
You could say that.
this close?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Not what you expected.
no. I see.
And how many puncture wounds did they say they found?
Somewhere between 30 and 40,
40.
if I remember correctly.
Man, that's an act of aggression.
That's a pretty good
He fell out of a
memory
window
for
a few times.
for-
So wait,
Sorry, what?
he fell out of a window as well.
A few times.
Okay. All right.
That seems improbable.
Well, let's do this.
Drunken people do stupid things.
So let's do this.
So he fell out of a window, got back up, went back inside, fell out of a window again?
Apparently really liked the view.
That doesn't seem
How about this? Just
likely.
out of curiosity. Anybody here who believes the land is telling the truth, raise your hand.
Talon will walk
Bluebell
away.
raises his wing.
Good for you, Bluebell. You're such a good dog.
Starts going blue happily.
Man, as you can see, I couldn't even help but notice Grendel didn't even raise the hand. So, of the people you're trying to convince, nobody believes you're telling the truth.
I don't see how it's relevant.
It's very relevant. Because if we're going to put ourselves in a situation, in a location that we actually have some good favor in, and fuck that up, everything is relevant. When we could just go talk we just go to Evie or Howell and have a conversation and see if we can get something lifted for it. Would that not be easier?
That would be fine. I just want her out of jail.
I am of the mind. Since we cannot put you in jail for murdering your father, which you clearly did, your mother has made her own choice in this situation, and she chose, for whatever reason, to protect your sleazy ass.
Well, he couldn't be sleazy yet. He was 45. He was only sleazy when he allegedly watched his father fall out of the window 3 times. That was the only time he could have been sleazy.
Regulated.
6.
6. 6.
So, what?
How about this? Ghost. Ghost.
I started to lose count.
Mm-hmm. So let's do this. What is your mother's name?
Fiona.
All right. I'm gonna go in here, and I will have a conversation with Fiona. That sound good? And if her words move me, we will put a plan in action to free your mother.
I will telepathically say to you again, as I'm walking the other direction, it's a waste of time.
Mind what you say to her. She's a good person.
I understand. This is not about incriminating her or defaming her
I
character.
understand. You need your proof despite my words
Yes.
and my actions, which apparently don't mean anything. That's fine.
Okay, so no, here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to gaslight this.
Listen here, Amber Turd.
I wasn't hitting you, I was punching you.
No, it's the other way.
I'm sorry, I wasn't punching you, I was hitting you.
No, I think she said it backwards. Just because you've done good things doesn't mean you didn't do a bad thing.
Well, you know that better than most.
Oh my god.
Before a ghost can even reach for it.
I already had it.
Before he can even reach for it.
My point is, almost no one in the world is blameless. I am not perhaps a great person. Certainly wouldn't go for saint. Not the point. Point is, I've been helping you guys, doing what I can to make Grendel able to serve, even giving him a way out if he wants to go back to the White Guard. Potentially. We'll see what happens.
That's amazing. That's truly noble. And you know what?
I'm not saying it's not self-serving. It's just that the right thing for Grendel is also the right thing for me.
I understand that. So here's what we're going to do. When this is all said and done, your nobility will be remembered. It will be remembered. It will be documented. To the point where the book that we're going to get for you, I'm actually going to get that book and we're going to give it to Talon, because truly you're just doing this to help us, right?
Again, I never said I wasn't self-serving. It's just that what is good for me is also good for the group.
You know,
I will telepathically say to you again, this is probably getting towards the end of my telepathic link as I'm walking away. Don't say too much, you're gonna scare him before we're able to properly deal with him.
I didn't really think I needed to make another dossier page for land, but apparently I do.
I will respond, and this will be my last response. We need a book of exorcism.
Yeah, you know. I had a potion shop.
All right, it's going to be an easy find.
Where in particular are you on?
Where are we at in the city?
You guys are in the old district right now. Not too far from Everett Hall.
Okay, I'll be walking towards Market Square.
Okay. They're easily done. There are tons of dwarves in the street. You can easily, even by sound alone, you can easily locate it.
Just trying to get away from...
Yeah, the conversation. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ronnie will go inside of the precinct and will ask to speak to prisoner.
Did you actually write it down?
Did Ronan write something down?
You don't need another notebook soon, dude. Jesus Christ.
Well, Brass Engine makes some great notebooks it covers.
I didn't write down the prisoner number. Wow. I did not.
Did I? Hold on. Nope. I got a full name, though.
Oh, wait, that
I
was the
think I
wrong
was
page.
the only one that knew
I think you were.
the number.
Oh wow, that was actually totally wrong page.
See, you can't write down what you don't know, bitch.
What?
What?
That was the wrong page.
What?
I was like 12 pages back. Hold on.
No.
I have a lot of notes.
Yeah, you do.
Makes me happy as a DM.
No, I did not write down the prison.
I mean, I'm not saying you should invest.
I believe it was presented
invest.
3527.
That sounds right.
I'm not saying you should invest in this notebook that you can keep adding pages to, but I mean that's your choice.
If you want to tell me, that's fine. It's an option.
So I walk in and ask to
Yeah,
speak to Fiona. If I may see inmate Fiona.
You see the guard just like stop and look up at you. The fuck it. Fuck. Fine. Stay 10 feet away from the bars at all times. Don't hide or anything. Don't get too close. Don't do anything. Okay, just don't do anything.
Thank you. And I will give him 2 gold.
Is that it? Here, clink into a purse. Another guard comes over and leads you back. You guys slowly start descending, walking down what you can tell are higher and higher security rooms. Eventually stops. As you see into a cell, essentially it's a large door that opens up into a room, and then the room is split in half by several bars. The guard nods to you. Knock on the door when you want to come back out. Closes the door.
Is there a chair? I just grab a chair, sit it 10 feet away. I sit down.
You see this woman with hair the same color as Lane's, actually. These deep brown eyes kind of stop and look up at you. She's very gaunt, covered in filth. Until she obviously hasn't seen much of sunlight for a long time. Extremely pale, covered in different marks and scrapes and things. But her eyes do denote an intelligence. She is looking at you intently. Seems very aware.
Swollen.
I didn't expect to have another visitor so soon.
I think so.
Unless you're also carrying a piece of my son around in your head.
No, I'm not carrying. Son is actually outside trying to convince us to do.
So I take it you and the blind one are from the same tribe. He points to the crest on your armor.
That we are.
Can I call you Fiona?
My heart breaks for you. I get it. You're trying to protect her.
With all due respect, unless you have a child, you don't.
Fair.
But I appreciate the sentiment.
respect what you. And once upon a time ago, I would have, without question, come in here and. How are there any guards in the room?
Not in the room, no.
I would have come in here and cut these guards. For land, I would have done that for no questions asked. But upon further revelations, things that have taken place recently, like finding out a piece of land was floating around in one of my friend's heads, everything he says is shrouded in
You see kind of a deep sorrow come over her, mixed with a resignation. I know he's still very lost. I get that. I can't easily dismiss. No, he doesn't open up easily, and that what is open scares people. There's a reason for that. A lot of reasons. If you knew as much now as you did when you first met him, you would never have been his friend. He knows that.
I don't find that to be true. If he was honest about what I can accept a lot. Been through a lot. I've seen a lot. But when you lie and you hide it, try to pretend to be this upstanding gentleman that I was led to believe Lan was, that hurts the most. Now, we do have a bit of word here due to some recent events that have taken place. And I would like to get, especially if you are being wrongfully charged and have been wrongfully charged.
When the guards put manacles on me, I knew what I was in for. Attempted to alter my circumstance.
How could you? If there's anything else, that means that Lan doesn't get to enjoy his young life.
Whatever else he's done, he's still my son. Whatever capacity he exists, cannot. No mother. Ignore that.
I don't expect you to. I want to help. But we can't get the equation done without all the variables.
I understand your desire to make things pretty or right, whatever words you want to use. It's naive, but sweet. Fact is, I picked this, and this is the best solution.
That's what he said. You said it too. Why is this the best?
Because this is the one that ensures he is not the one behind bars.
Well, technically, Lan was buried, so he wouldn't come behind.
Off table, he was never buried.
Oh, you're right. Technically, Lan doesn't exist anymore.
I disagree. I just spoke with him. He's not what he was. I understand that, but he's definitely still in existence. If questions were to be raised about my imprisonment, that would cast suspicion on him, and by extension, the rest of you.
Nobody has spoken to Lan except you. Everybody else, Lan was decimated that day on the
I
boat.
understand that, but you and the blind one knew him, traveled with him. In fact, you were on the boat when he died.
I was, yes.
So, if it were revealed that Lan done certain things,
His name would be Sully.
and then yours,
Her name's already shit right now, except for here.
from what Lan says, only in the tower.
Tower, which is probably spreading northward. Hard to tell these days.
I heard there was some
Yeah.
new queen, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of news down here.
Let me ask you this: do you want to be out?
The world were a lovely place. Yes, I'd like to be out. Considering all our options, I think it's best that I'm here. As long as I'm here, you and Lan are more free to do things.
Say me and Lan.
Lan and I.
Lan is free to do more.
Free to do anything.
More free than he would be. And from what he says, there may be a chance he is returned to some aspect of proper life.
How so?
I didn't fully understand, and he couldn't explain too much with time constraints. He said you guys found his body, or roughly know where it is. You might be able to be put back into it.
I hate to ask about this.
Apparently not.
Lan was very, and mum's the word. About your, can you tell me about your
My late husband was, at one time, a soldier. Worked for Ragnak Range, been part of the Evier army for a number of years before I met him. That classic thing. Love
story?
decided it was
Got it.
advantageous for the two of us to get married. Became pregnant with child. He served. Eventually one day he came back. It was different. More quiet. Looked... You've seen the way soldiers look when they come home from war. Battlefields of death. Couldn't not look that way. No more laughter. Things were quiet, and not in a good way. After several months, revealed that his troop had come upon a cursed tomb. Apparently was a little ways outside of range up towards the broken. He didn't go into detail, said he saw horrible, horrible things. That each of them was cursed to pay a price. We didn't know what that meant. He only knew it was dark and it saw most of his troop suffer. Their bowman went blind and lost his sense of touch, taste. He spent the rest of his living days in a world where he knew absolutely nothing. Had no idea where he was, what was happening around him. Their battlemaster lost his mind. Brilliant tactician unable to form a coherent sentence. He knew he would have to pay something. Spent a little time consulting different priests, trying to find someone who had some answer. Our answer eventually came from a witch. Not one of your typical hags who eats children or whatever. Someone who delved into different magics. She agreed that it was possible to remove the curse. I won't bore you with the details of it. Suffice to say, in transposing the curse from my husband, it infected our first child. He was stillborn. We didn't handle that well. Eventually, became pregnant again with Lan. But things were already strained. Didn't have a great childhood. But he is still my child, and I do love him.
Lan says that his father had fallen out of several times. 6.
Go. What? Go.
How
Fucking metagaming pigeons.
you would describe the relationship as at that young of an age found problematic?
Problematic is an easy word for it.
Okay.
Lan knew things. Things he couldn't know. He learned how to talk very young, very, very young. Walked on his own before anyone was fully teaching him. Clear he was different. But from the moment he could talk, things got worse.
What do you mean worse?
You see, she starts visibly shaking and sits down, kind of hugs her knees to her chest. When he was 3.5, he asked how I was dealing with the death of my first son.
And you nor your late husband had said that to him.
We refused to ever speak of it, even to each other. I never learned what Lan said to him, but one day their relationship changed. It didn't go well.
I know this must be hard for you. What do you mean it didn't go well? Is this the day?
There were many days before the day.
Okay.
He claimed he wanted to teach Lan how to defend himself. I hoped it might make the two of them closer. And maybe bring some of my husband back, some of the soldier. It brought all of the soldier, and none of my husband. I couldn't ask everything that had happened, but it was hard not to notice. Liam would come home with broken fingers and toes. One time, came home with half his face swollen.
You'd say he was about four or five?
Around there, yes. I think I told myself it was okay because he didn't change. At least not in any way you would notice.
The land didn't change?
He grew. Started reading. I don't know where he learned to do it. I can't. He seemed like he was living. I knew things were rough, but I figured when he turned 10, 11, he could get an apprenticeship. He could become a scholar, learn things, get away. He always wanted to learn. He's always liked books. Still likes books, I think.
More than you know.
Books.
He's more into tomes now.
So he lived. I kept quiet, and my husband tormented him. Eventually one day I came back. I had been in the village grabbing things, food, for us, for the animals, things of that nature. My husband was outside. Several holes. Bleeding profusely. His neck had been crushed. Wasn't... Found land. And he wasn't in shock. Wasn't crying. He was just reading. As if it was just another day to him.
Do you, wow, that's rough. Do you, you know what he was reading?
I think on that day it was some study of abyssal language, I don't know. He studied all sorts of things.
Do you remember what the book looked like? Was it a different color? Was it?
I don't know, he had a lot of books. Probably just a normal round tome, I don't know. He had a shelf full of books that he kept borrowing them from people, or that people would gift them to him when he learned he could read.
What did they do with the home after you were imprisoned?
Sold it off, as far as I know. I don't know who bought the home, but apparently somebody who's not from the area.
And you're from this area.
The story spread. We're not from Evier Hall.
Okay, where are you guys from? Land never really said much.
We were from a farm a little way outside of Equus. But Land was actually born in Little Rock.
He was born in where?
Little Rock.
Little Rock, okay. Okay. All right.
It's too small to actually show on that map.
Oh no. It's
you're okay. I see what you're saying.
You see? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good stuff.
We were visiting my sister.
You're who?
My sister.
You have a sister.
I don't know why that's surprising.
Lance said he had no family.
He doesn't.
Does your sister not acknowledge him?
No, she doesn't like him. But something of a strain between her and I, to tell the truth. I hadn't seen her for a few years prior to the incident.
And so, did she blame you or did she blame Land?
I'm not sure she even knows about it. She didn't like Land from the moment he was born.
What does your sister do? What is her profession?
Oh,
What was her
she's
profession?
a silk weaver.
Silk weaver.
I understand they have a nice little estate. We'd go down there once every couple of years or so.
And
Write letters to each other.
then you had Land. Things fell apart.
Yes. That's putting it mildly.
Was there an argument? Big argument? Blowout?
There was an argument.
And was this about Land?
Yes.
In what regards?
The day he was born, I was recovering. Woke up in the middle of the night to find my sister standing over his bed with a knife.
Did she ever explain why? Was she under some type of
Oh, it wasn't a hidden
spell or?
No. She said he was a demon child. That the world would be better off purged of him.
And that just, as a mother, you just couldn't have that, could you?
I had already lost one child. I was certainly not about to lose another.
And so things got heated. You and your family left, went back up to Aquis.
My husband managed to get passage to board a boat. Shipped us out in within the hour. We didn't speak much after that.
Okay. All right. Miss Fiona, I do want to thank you for your time today.
Kind of just around. Not like I don't have any to spare.
Once again, if you feel that you're ready to be out of here, then we will work towards that. But if not, I will let Lan know that you wish to spend your time here.
I appreciate the sentiment. But for now, this is where I should be.
I understand. Thank you. And I will stand up and put the chair back against the wall or wherever it was, and then I'll...
As you do that, she just whispers out softly. You better take care of him. Door. The guard looks you over. And then kind of hear him softly whisper an incantation, and a brief light appears in his hand. Well then. Leads you back toward the front.
What'd you say?
And starts leading you back towards the front.
Okay.
After about half an hour, Ghosts, you, Sally, and Grendel see you running. Walk back up to the Joseph. Talon, is there anything particularly you would like to accomplish during that time?
Just be taking in the surrounding area of the merchant.
As you do, several dwarves approach you, each bearing different trinkets or little pieces of jewelry, and then trying to either get you to come in and have a drink with them or, engage in whatever craft they've made. It's a very lively town.
I'm actually just working on some sketches in my sketchbook of those crossbow bolts that I mentioned.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how I want to make that possible. So, trying to work out the logistics of it.
Alright. Ronan, you emerge from the jail.
Where's Lan? Or Grendel? Where's Grendel?
Grendel is sitting next to Ghost, kind of peering over the sketches. Just more of mechanical interest than anything else. Sally is busy kind of pruning and preening some of her ducks.
I come out and I will,
Did you break her out?
No. Ghost, can I speak to you for a second?
Yes, sure. What is it?
Let's take a walk real quick.
Sure. Okay. I'll actually hand the book and quill to Lamb, so see if you can figure out how this might work. And right next to it, my crude design of my hollowed crossbow bolt, it's written Oil of Impact and Rust Monster Acre. What?
There's something very wrong in this situation.
No, you think?
No.
I can't imagine what the psychic parasite in Grendel's head is.
You think Lan is bad? I think his mother might be worse.
Why?
As subtle as she was, there's just something cold about it. It's almost like she knows that she could have already been out of there.
Like she could have gotten herself out?
Yes, she's like she could have gotten herself out already.
Why hasn't she?
Her and Lan keep saying the best solution is for her to be in, right?
Are You're saying that there's some sort of plot and
There's something else here.
they need her to be
Like she needs to
inside
be in there.
the castle?
Like she just needs to be in the prison. I don't know why. I haven't.
Is the prison like connected to the actual like capital, like castle?
Go ahead and make a general intelligence check for me.
I'm gonna get in on that because
Sure,
I'm
close it
gonna- Nice. General intelligence, 17. I forgot I have nothing to my intelligence modifiers. I forgot. I'm an idiot.
17.
17.
Give me another tissue, please.
You know that it's not uncommon for castles to be connected to the prisons. You don't necessarily know that it is. It's not terribly far away, so there could be tunnels that connect it.
Apparently, Lan's aunt, on the day that Lan was born, Iona woke up in the middle of the night and had a knife over Lan. It was saying that he should be purged of this world and that he is a demon and all this other shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Then when I'm leaving, I heard her say, I better protect or not let anything happen to him. Nobody makes idle threats like that. They know they can't get to you.
So you think she can leave whenever she wants?
I think she could have left.
Why would they need her?
I don't know why they need her, but I'm starting to feel like maybe Anne's father's death wasn't just
Rage?
on rage. Yeah, no, there's something else there. Lan's parents' estate is near the coast, and if we're going to the Sapphire Shores, we can check it out, see if there's anything there, any residual evidence.
How quiet are you guys being about this?
Oh, we're being very quiet. This is between me. Like me and Ghost have left.
Yeah, we
I know you guys are talking about. You're still in the city.
Nice.
Oh, wait.
There are people around.
Yes.
18.
Well, first one
18?
was very good. Oh. 18.
Okay.
If we wanted to, we could check that out. It's on our way to Sapphire Shores if that's where we're going. And then
Not a bad idea.
the aunt's estate is in Little Rock, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump from the coast over. And it's still close to Sapphire Shores. I mean, we knock out a few birds with one stone.
What's the goal here? Not unless their goal was to take over the range.
We need to figure out.
I'm not seeing the motive.
We need to figure out. Well, one, Lan apparently could read by the time he was like 2. Like read.
Wait.
This.
That's not possible.
Yeah. It shouldn't be possible to study Abyssal either at that age.
That's not out of the realm of possibility.
Study Abyssal at the age of 2?
4. It was 4 when he... Not?
From what I understand, he's been able to read since he's been taught himself to walk, taught himself to speak before most kids should know how to speak.
So he's gifted. Just depends on what he was gifted from.
Exactly.
So do you think the mother and the aunt, or the mother made some sort of arrangement, a pact?
She said that the father was cursed by a witch. Or cursed by something, a tomb, some cursed tomb at the northern part of the range. And it said it affected them so to the point where she had a miscarriage of their first child.
Stillborn. Didn't you say stillborn?
Or stillborn, sorry. But they got a witch involved. We need to figure out what Lan's plan is before it unravels on top of us.
You're aware we can't tell Grendel this.
Oh, I am very aware, yeah. It's to the point now I don't even know if it's a separate thing. Like, land could always just be there. We would have no idea.
I'm sure he is.
We
Very sure that Len is always aware of what is happening.
Yeah, we need to find talent.
We can't let her out.
Not a fucking chance.
I am afraid that at some point Len will take Grendel over.
We need to. I mean, we could.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay, just.
This is very delicate.
Very much so.
We need to find the motive.
It has to all be connected to this fucking book he wants.
Vessel, you said.
Yeah.
So demons. Big missile. Nope. Pick the other one. Yep. Well, let's keep this on the low for now. We can fill Talon in when we have another moment alone.
Understood. Also,
Tell Sally.
no,
No, did not think so.
let's not. She's got a lot going on. She's worried about the Cyclopses. We're trying to take care of ducks. That's a full day. We just got done with her family.
She doesn't have any internal monologue, let's just say that.
It's a long day.
No need to tax that wheel any more than it might spin.
Yeah. The hamster's doing enough as it is.
We're sorry, Meg.
It's your character, it's not you, we swear.
Also, Grendel, a few days ago, I said I would need you to do a favor for me.
Wait, what?
A few days ago, I asked you to do a favor for me.
Me?
Yeah. Ask Ghost.
said
Sorry,
Grendel.
sorry, Ghost.
You said Grendel. I was like, wait, what?
Ghost, I asked you to do a favor for me. I did. I didn't tell you what it was. I just said I need you to do me a favor, and I'll talk to you later about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the favor?
At any point in time, should things not go the way that we planned, and I'm talking far way,
Going to say, when has anything ever gone as
I'm
we've
talking-
planned it lately?
we're talking us or death.
Uh-huh.
I need you to make sure that everybody is accounted for.
You're aware that includes you, right?
I am aware. I need you to put the group at the forefront. Not one singular person, but the group.
Okay.
Then Ronan would just kind of pat him on the shoulder. All right, let's find Talon. And then we will...
As you say yes to that, Ghost, you feel the talisman around your neck grow slightly warm for just a second, and then begins to cool.
Can I insight the warmth to determine whether it was more of a that decision has opened a new path? Or,
go ahead and inside check the necklace.
I just, or if that
There's an
was,
opportunity
or if
for
that
a nat
was
20.
the necklace keeping my darker half from commenting on that decision.
Sure, go ahead.
on, buddy.
Do I? What dice? What dice?
Do the new Percy. You damn near killed somebody with those last
You
week.
damn near killed somebody.
Do it.
Oh, pizza's so good. I haven't had it in like 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. 17.
Oh, we're just really hanging out there, aren't we?
Here we are.
It's a necklace.
All right. Yep.
You didn't feel the usual tingle that you feel whenever your shitty venom's trying to say something.
Okay.
Discord in a second, by the way.
That's strange because I basically just agreed to sacrifice myself for the party's greater good.
Yeah, almost like your shitty venom can't hear you right now.
No.
That was a lovely sound for everybody at home.
Yeah, I know. Sure was. A little ASMR for our viewers.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up this necklace. It instantly went so wrong. I'm gonna blow this soft little air into the mic.
Alright, I start, on our way back, I start telling him about my ideas for these fancy crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Do you have an idea for maybe like an exploding one, like when you hit a wall, it shatters the wall?
Actually, yes, I was,
Like a siege bolt?
exactly, it utilizes, hollow bolts with, slight, small glass vials with, oil of impact on the inside. That way, when it
That makes
makes
sense.
contact, the
Fairly
arrow
easy to
head will
acquire,
actually
for like a silver.
get
Okay.
shot forward
They're not uncommon,
by the
especially
oil of
for medical
impact.
equipment and things of that nature.
The bolt collapses and crushes the glass.
Okay.
And I also have, Len's idea on breaking his psychotic mother out of the prison has given me the idea for, you've seen rust monsters,
Yeah.
right? You're well aware what their bit does. Weapons.
Right, yeah, it eats it up. Rust it out, eats it up, yeah.
Right, wouldn't that be interesting for, like, a door?
Yeah, I think
Like
that'd be
locks.
great, yeah. Do you have any rust monster?
No, that's something I purchase
Okay.
or take from a rust monster.
You know,
But for future reference, I think some specialized
crossbow bolts.
situational bolts.
Yeah. I think that siege
A
bolt
good
would be
idea.
huge, and I think that rust monster liquid.
Indeed.
Those are good ideas.
I was just starting to draw up some plans, diagrams.
Well,
Yeah,
Brindle is excellent with
Exactly, that's
projectile
why.
weaponry, so
that's why I left it in his care. Hopefully, we can find maybe alchemist.
I mean, we should. Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think that'd be an absolute win for us.
Right. All right. Let's go back.
All right, and we will start making our way towards, I guess, wherever Talon went, which I believe was the market.
You can see Talon head towards the marketplace.
Okay. Me and Ghost will start making our way towards the marketplace.
Would you have been heading back towards the group?
No, I'm still kind of just perusing.
Okay.
After I.
So you guys head into the marketplace, and it is bustling. There are people all over the place. Just constant noises of transactions going back and forth. As you guys head down, there are constant dwarves trying to pull you in. Ah, the mighty water wigglers! Come on, you guys have to have a drink with me and my family. My son's dying to meet you guys. It will be so amazing. Such a blessing, really, to have you two with us.
My friend, what is your name?
It's my notebook. Still over there. See there.
Ghost, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
I can still hear you.
I bought enough time because I saw the notebook over there with my
You asshole.
We gotta get the fuck out of here. I just want to find Talon. I don't want to have drinks. I don't want to do any of that.
Anytime we need a break from the DM,
You just always give him a name.
we hide his notebook. What's their name?
My name is Hunden.
Hunden. Listen,
He mentions alcohol and goes just like,
as great as it would be to have a drink with you and your family, right now we're on important official water wiggler business, but me and my
just
friend,
accepted it.
me and my friend can, we could just sign an autograph for you and your son. Or for your
Oh,
son.
well, I mean, if you guys are such official business, I don't want to impose, but you will stop by and have dinner with the Slater.
Yes, of course, of course. As a matter of fact, I'll pull out a piece of parchment. What's your son's name?
Son of a bitch.
signing autographs.
Ghost, do you want to write or do you want to do the paw print thing?
I'm already like fading into the ground.
Motherfucker.
I can just see my paw going.
My son is killing them.
Kalinga, keep being a badass. Ronan and the water wiggler.
Oh, sorry, could you say good person? I'm trying to swear around it.
I'll probably have my foot up. Pull out another piece.
You see your tail twitching angrily.
To keep being a great person.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I gotta raise him right, you know.
Signed,
Don't want him to grow up to strangle people.
Ronan and...
What was that?
Here you go.
Oh, thank you so very much.
No problem. And then which establishment is yours so I know which one to come back to?
He points out one of the stands in particular that you can see is kind of a large throwing knife gathering.
Okay, I gotta swing back by there.
Ghost autograph just becomes like a rare commodity and it's worth a fuck ton because nobody can
get one. It's a bunch of little children wearing like tabaxi ears and tails.
Just in the shadows, slowly just like snatching fucking people's tails off.
Fucking appropriation of my culture. That one's not right. That one's not right.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That one's not right. Fuck, that one's actually kind of cute.
Racist.
Everybody wants to be a tabaxi till it's time to be a tabaxi.
Oh, sure, it's cute to wear the ears, but whenever you have to fucking burn to death in the middle of a fire.
And then I will wait for Ghost to make contact because
He's gone.
Yeah, looking for him, I'd have to go to the further realm, and I don't want to do that. So I'll just wait somewhere for him to pop out.
As you move through the market, you are accosted several times, for the sake of brevity, by different people. I need you to go ahead and make a perception check for me.
13.
As you're walking around, small spot on the ground catches your eye.
Like spot, like coloring in the ground, like a discoloration. Or...
More like a drop.
I will look closer at the drop.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, I'm supposedly good at those.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're pretty good at those. Not that good. 12.
Not sure. It's dark red,
I will.
and it's very, very, very warm. Like actually burns slightly to touch.
I will stand up and just look around. Is anybody looking at me? Like anybody ominous watching me?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
Not that you see now.
Okay. And where is Ghost when you need him? And I will kind of just like touch it with my glove.
You can feel it through the glove.
And it's still hot.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sticky? Like, what's the consistency of it?
It's a little sticky.
Are we talking like hot syrup, or are we talking
Not
like
quite that bad.
Okay.
It's just a little bit gloopy.
What does it smell like?
Take a deep sniff. Makes smell of like some kind of metal.
I'll just start looking around. Are there any creatures or beasts in here that this?
I mean, there's several, dogs and pets and things of that nature.
I'm talking exotic, like some shit that should not, that doesn't even
Well,
make
he's got a
sense.
snake around her neck.
Oh, that's a snake. That's kind of cool.
Is he
like
still in a room?
No, I'm just
Are you
standing.
outside
I'm
now?
just outside looking at this spot in the ground.
Oh, okay. I'd be outside.
I can't find you, so I'm not looking for you just for days.
Yeah, that 13 perception check ain't finding a ghost.
I'm not finding ghosts.
He knows where you're at, but you don't know where he's at.
No, dude, my passive stealth is way better than that.
Say your passive self is 28.
Is it? So it's 10 plus.
10 plus whatever your bonus is.
Oh. So it's 21 is my passive stealth.
21. He's just always.
He's always
I'm
around.
always the knight.
He's always around, but he's always not there.
You're always around, but you're never here.
I'm just like posted in an alley watching him fucking look at this thing.
Even the ally doesn't know he's there.
No. He's never going to
You
find.
find your arm just.
No, don't touch it. No.
I'm gonna scrape some up into a vial.
There's just a small bit of it. It's droplets.
There we go.
Touch it. No.
I'm gonna take.
It's like fucking Connor from Detroit becoming human. Just.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
I'm gonna take a small stick and just kind of bathe it and paste it in there.
What are you doing?
I was gonna put it in my.
Somebody runs up to you from behind.
I grab your hand. What are you doing?
On contact, because we are being hunted. We were being hunted just out of muscle memory. On contact, when you grab Ronan is just like dagger up. Sorry.
The market stops for just a split second. Right? Just.
We were training exercise. This
One
is,
thing was a training, it's fine. People kind of put theirs. Apparently willing to watch the training now.
oh, I like that. That's actually pretty good in the city.
No, it's not.
Fucking stick. People watch us all the time here. We're city.
You ever seen anything like this?
No. Well, I don't know. I haven't looked. What? I'll take a look at it.
Good. The investigation check.
I don't know which one. Yeah, but I'll pull the person dice back out. That was really good luck there. Here. There.
I could have made a sandwich in this process.
Investigation?
Mhm.
18.
It looks like drops of blood. It's much hotter than blood should be.
Having fought fiends,
Mhm.
since we fought them in the mountains,
You fought a few things before.
yeah. Does their blood usually run hot like this?
Their blood does typically run hot, but their blood is also a very different consistency, and it's usually black.
Okay. And this is red?
Yes. Like, visually, that looks just like regular blood.
Wonderful. I'll reach in my bag and pull off just a small strip of cloth from a rag and kind of soak it up.
Okay.
And
Easily.
then I'll just put it in the vial he had. I'm just gonna try and scrape it in.
Something just hit me.
Yeah, it was me.
No, god damn. Do you remember when we were in the Wildwoods and Alan was sweating like he was burning the fuck up? Have you spotted Talon yet?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
14. You do not see Talon. You do see probably 5-10 paces away. There's another few droplets of blood.
No, if we could ever
Follow
just
me.
visit somewhere.
Oh
and,
yes, yeah. If we could just go anywhere without
just
problems.
just once. There,
I miss the trees.
and I will follow Ghost.
Come on.
The mountains were better than this.
I will. As we're going by, I'll still casually wipe the blood up. Just that's so I have at least enough to where we have to test it. to see what the fuck it is. I have enough to sample.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
With advantage now because of your new.
Nat 20.
Fairly easily, almost like fucking eagle vision from Assassin's just. If you find Ghost rapidly, almost like a bloodhound, tracing this path of blood droplets. As you trace them through the marketplace, eventually, you find they grow hotter and hotter the closer and closer you're getting, and to the point where you actually find a few droplets that have just a speck of flame coming from them. And standing there probably about 20 paces away is Talon.
Do I see any visible wounds on him?
Not at a mini glance, no.
What's he doing?
Talon, what are you doing?
I'm just at a stand. We're just taking in everything. I do have my glasses on again. And you'll see both of his hands in front of his torso moving.
Just moving? Anything in his
Yeah,
hand?
he's facing away from you, so you would, unless you went up to him, you would be able to see what's happening.
I'll like go around to get a vantage to see. Just without him noticing me at first.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh. 25.
Yep, you managed
Am
to.
I making one, or I guess this would be passive perception.
Yeah, this would be your
so-
passive. So.
Yeah.
And then Ronan will come from the backside. He will, like normally, have his shield out. And he will just tap Talon on the or tap like lightly. You know, hey, are you okay?
He'll turn around. You'll see the vague red behind his eyes, the flame wisps coming off, and you'll see him put something in his pocket and then wipe his hand on his hand. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm fine.
Is there any visible wounds on him?
Make a perception check. Actually, let's be closer to investigation.
Good at those. 18.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Damn it.
Not high enough, most likely. I think it's like 14. Lower than that, 12.
You don't see any visible wounds. You can tell he's making a conscious effort to conceal his hands.
All right, and as I'm standing there talking to him, I will, like a scared middle school child, start reaching for his hand.
You're doing the movie theater seat thing? Yeah, the hell is eventually you'll touch thumbs, and then something.
Something, yeah. And then, once I make it to his hand, I'll just try to like flip his hand over to see.
Okay. Are you resisting this?
Not really. I guess kinda.
Then
Oh, is it that? No, I'm fine. Yeah. You understand?
make opposing acrobatics checks.
Pulling acrobatics. Oh, yeah, you might have me here for the moment. Not.
22. The natural 19.
21.
Oh, damn! So there is a lot of, like, almost slap fighting that takes place. So you slap fight. What the hell are you doing? No! You don't quite manage to get a good glimpse at it.
As we're doing the slap fighting, what is on your hand? What is on your hand?
What are you worked up about?
Whoever he is, I don't know where he is. Ghost. He is Ghost. Where I'll trace you here due to droplets of blood on the ground. And they were like hot. I thought something had happened to you.
It's that noticeable?
What do you mean is it that noticeable?
Well, he's got his attention. I'm gonna try and come up behind Talon.
Easily done. The Batman.
he's just right here. I'm like, where's the blood at? Yeah, show me the blood. I'm just trying to look at it, like maybe sees like inside of his palms or something.
Where are the other droplets going?
That's very.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It was noticeable once I
I'm gonna say
looked down, and then Ghost came over, and the trail brought us all the way.
I was waiting for you to finish.
let's say given the town's already probably trying to hide it, -2 from your result.
Okay, that's fine. 19 still.
Jesus.
It's what I do! You're peering hard, you can't quite make anything out. Talon is being stealthy about it.
Just get really close to it.
Oh, I shouldn't say he's being stealthy, he's being secretive about it. It's clear he's being secretive, but...
And then he watched me like come out of the fucking crowd. Let's get really close to Talon's ear. What's in your hand?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys are this worked up about this.
I followed your blood trail here.
Are you hurt?
It's just a way to cope.
What?
I'll hold out my hand, and I'll bring out sort of like a, you know, like the old school, what are they called, the feather pens or whatever. Only it's not got any ink or anything on it.
Digging it into your fucking
And
hand.
it's literally, he's just been doing this the entire time.
Okay. 1, that's what we're not going to do. I don't condone self-harm. Or 2, if I can track you here, other people could track us here.
Alan, do you want to talk about it, man? Like,
Just the way I cope.
okay, well, want to talk about what you're coping with? Like, what's bothering? Is there something bothering you?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you?
What we just went through?
Yeah. So that's clearly bothering you. Do you want to talk about it?
It's a friend that I just had to learn. I assume what you went in there for some odd period of time and learned yourself. He's not who he says he is.
He's not who he says he was. We've and I will unload everything that I unloaded on Ghost onto him from the interview with Fiona, the deposition, if you will.
You some pieces you kind of already put together. Puts them into a little more...
Deposition of Fiona.
Nobody expects the Roman Inquisition.
Right.
So then you're asking why I'm doing this. When you know what I've already had to deal with in the past.
Yeah, probably was the greatest question. Does it hurt?
You know, it used to, but
Sam.
But do you just
Sam that's seen for...
Yeah.
You're not real!
You just heal yourself when it's done, or when you've had enough, or
I tend to leave it.
you at least sanitize the pen?
I mean, I don't do anything but other than this.
I'm going to say the blood
Yeah,
sanitizes them for him.
I was hoping he said that. That's
You know
kind
your
of
blood burns?
hot.
Does it?
Yeah, like when it
Yeah.
freshly hits the ground, it's almost on fire.
You know, when it runs down my hand, it actually feels cold.
Maybe that...
Hey,
That's odd.
you know, talent. And this is gonna sound really fucked up in this moment. Have you ever looked into
No, I haven't.
No, you know, not like that. This. Study of mixing blood and arcane purpose.
Emocraft.
Emocraft, yes. Have you ever
I'm
thought
going
of
to go ahead and make a history check for me.
it? Man, I am on it tonight. 18.
18.
14.
That's a solid 2, my guy.
You would know that what you're referring to is actually extraordinarily common amongst the orc smiths. It is actually the way which they imbue their weapons with magical energy.
That what? Or you said orc smith?
Orc smiths.
Okay.
There are 4, obviously every race has its crafters, but primarily speaking there are 4 races that deal in crafting, which is humans, dwarves, elves, and orcs. And as you guys would all be familiar with, the human way of crafting is to use different runes and magical energies to imbue into the weapons. The elves, as you guys witnessed in the Wild Woods, and Talon, as you would be intimately familiar with, use a method of singing what they want out of an item. And so they sing magic energies out of metal and brass to form their weapons. The dwarves, of course, bring the most beauty out of their weapons and use gemstones for their enchantments. And orcs use their own blood. It is actually a pact, which Talon, you would be familiar with, being as intimately religious studied as you are. It is something that comes from the practice of the old blood gods, which are one of the deities of Terraton.
Funny.
Sorry, the DM got a chance to drop some more. You got
That's appreciate it. That's really good. It's just funny you mentioned orcs because the current book the Driz book I'm reading has to deal with orcs invading Mithril. And one orc that is supposedly they refer to him as Grumsh, or essentially he's their god made flesh.
Gotcha.
So it's really funny you mentioned that right now.
You to make a let's call this general intelligence check.
Me? I don't think I have a bonus.
I don't think you do either, but I'm not sure. Wisdom you do.
Nope, so 13.
13. You would recall from your studies, as being an ambassador to the other families of Terraton, that the Oldfield family, who run the Frozen Wastes, is an orc family. In fact, the Frozen Wastes are largely comprised of orcs. There are a number of other races that deal with the extreme cold relatively well, in particular minotaurs and bugbears, other big hairy beasts, but orcs are by far and away the largest population of the Frozen Waste. Deanna?
So what was your question before the
Have you ever thought about getting into Emocraft?
I mean, I know of it. Why would you?
Oh, your blood on hot. We would do something with it.
I know it has some uses in alchemy.
Have you tried doing anything with?
No, not yet. Are you suggesting that I do?
Oh, give it a shot. You know, you can cope and do what you do best.
You know, that's a good idea.
I come with them sometimes. Also, by the way, guys, when we're here, feel free to sign autographs and stuff for the locals. You know, they do really like us here.
No.
Probably a good way to maybe get some discounts on dinners at inns and stuff like that. So just, you know, be conscious of people, you know, wanting to talk.
Okay.
So, and then I will just sit next to Talon at this stand while he.
Because at the moment you guys are in an alleyway.
Okay, I was.
I thought I was at a stand.
Yeah, he was at a stand. Ghost was in the alleyway.
I'm sorry,
I was in the alleyway.
you were absolutely correct.
Okay.
My mistake.
Yeah. What type of stand is this?
It's a vendor who's procuring several different clothes and pieces of costume jewelry. It's nothing especially fancy, but you know, they occasionally younger people or kids stop by and kind of take a look for a while. They're not paying particular attention to you. They're more concerned about their business.
Are there any kids at the stand buying anything?
A few.
I will walk up and ask the vendor, what are they getting?
The vendor kind of, sorry, sir. The kids are looking at different necklaces and things of the like. These three are actually sisters, and they wanted to see if I had anything that they could wear that would kind of link together. A little piece.
I look down. Ladies, did you find anything that you liked?
You look down, the relatively young dwarf children, and when you speak to her, she kind of shies away a little bit and hides.
I will put, because Ghost is right there and he's been very conscious of my spending habits, I will put down 7 gold and ask the vendor, is this enough to get them something that they would like?
Ample, actually. It's extremely kind of you, sir.
And I look down at the ladies. Ladies, whatever the 7 gold will buy you.
They both, you see their eyes just go like dinner plate wide, and they're just like, wow. 7 gold buys a lot of cheaper. 7 gold buys some nicer jewelry.
There we go. I've spent gold. Let me go ahead and document that. Talon, is there anything else you want to do while we're here?
I was just kind of looking.
Well, let us
Maybe I'll take you up on that idea. And I will look around to see if there's any reagents that I might be able to use for Hemocraft alchemy.
Okay. As you look around a little bit, the dwarven people in particular are not super big on crafting, but there are a number of people who are selling different ingredients and supplies and the like. Hemocrafting itself is a rarer art, especially here. Are you asking around about it, or just seeing if anything sticks out to you?
I don't know that I would specifically mention Hemocraft, but I would want to see if there's any like specialized alchemist vendors or trainers or anything.
There are a number of alchemy vendors. You don't find anybody that looks like they could be training in it. And as you kind of try to float a few, questions about crafting and stuff, you tell that hemocrafting is something that probably isn't popular here, and it's something that you would probably have to find a more specialized trainer to teach you.
Okay.
But there are plenty of general alchemist supplies.
Okay.
So if you want some extra vials and things of that nature, you could easily procure some.
Okay. Yeah, I'll purchase, let's say, 100 gold worth of just random assorted.
You will have vials out the ass.
Not just vials, but any sort of reagents that are like popular in any potion, no matter what you're making.
Okay, yeah. Easily done. See, I think a vial is like a silver piece.
Yeah.
Tom's gonna up with 1,000 vials. I'm ready to bleed.
Ghost will pull out that same sketchbook and write underneath the Rust Monster Ichor, Talon Blood Bolts? Question mark.
Your sketchbook is still incredible.
Oh fuck! You're right. It is. I'll attempt to do that and be like, shit. Just make a mental note.
I think I'm all stocked up and ready to go, but I wanted to run something past you two.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Let's get out of the main hustle and bustle before we start talking about this. And I'll wait till we sort of get off in our own.
Yeah, you can easily kind of get off to a little side area. And...
Okay. So, first of all, where are the plans to go next?
Well, it was Sapphire Shores, but I think we're going to pit stop.
Running clears his throat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't let me interrupt you.
While we're down here, we need to make a decision that either we are going to Sapphire Shores or we are going to the Broken.
Made that decision.
Okay, so we're going to Sapphire Shores, correct?
Yes.
Okay. On our way to Sapphire Shores, due to new information about our not-so-friendly traveling host inside of our pal Grendel. That we have an opportunity to stop and do research and probably get a little more into the history of what happened that night on the way to the Sapphire Shores. Once we leave the Sapphire Shores, we're supposed to shoot over to Lothal somehow, some way, and deal with cramps, and figure out what the fuck is going on with Sally's bar.
Do you think we might be able to take a little detour after the Sapphire Shores?
Where you want to go? Put this under the talent stuff. Where we going?
Do you remember Ludomentus?
Yes.
I think we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone if we go there.
Go to Merchant's Haven is what
I would like to meet with a wizard that deals with possessions and the best alchemist known in this world.
Merchant's Haven.
Just like alchemist. Wait a minute, I need an alchemist.
As you guys are having this conversation, you're kind of pitching forth what you want to do. Ghost, you hear a set of footsteps growing closer and closer. Hurried, somebody's definitely running.
Heavy boots or...
Not heavy.
Okay. Well, from behind us?
Mm-hmm.
I assume we're all like just gathered in a circle. I'll just nudge Ronan.
As you nudge him, a pair of arms wrap around Ronan's chest and neck and fling him to the ground. You guys stop and you see a humanoid figure standing probably about 6 feet, 6.5 feet tall, somewhere in that range. Very tall person. Flaming red and yellow hair kind of pulled back. Dressed.
Oh, you done fucked up, sir.
A tan tunic and brown pants. Who pulls out a scimitar and holds it to your neck. What happened to the elf?
Just so we can get confirmation. Who is this?
Yeah.
This is Ignatius.
I will, as he has a scimitar on my neck, I will put my hands up to them to kind of like ease them. You are everything he said you would be.
You're gonna find out exactly what I am.
Mr. Ignatius.
Okay, no.
I presume.
Yep.
What are you two doing at this moment?
I was getting ready to pull out a crossbow, but I rolled to see if I could guess who this might be. Again, I rolled a
You
19.
have met this individual once before. You just didn't spend much time talking to
He
him.
was dressed nicer too.
He was dressed much nicer than this.
moment.
Does he have a weapon out?
He has a scimitar out.
Okay. I will cast Flame Blade.
Are you? Oh, sorry, I was lost for a second. Okay, so you cast Flame Blade? His eyes catch it? That's cute.
You have about 3 seconds to tell us who you are and what you're doing with it.
He reaches out, grabs you and Ronan by the front of your guys' clothes.
Grabs me.
Yeah.
I strike him.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I will intervene and try to stop him.
Okay. Use your, if you would like to use your reaction
I'll use my shield.
to impose disadvantage on talent strike.
Yes.
If you would like to do that.
Because you're using flame blade, right?
Correct.
It's fire damage?
Uh-huh.
My shield will absorb that damage. At least half of it.
It's not gonna matter.
Go ahead and make your attack roll, Talon.
It won't hurt him.
So this would be a straight roll.
Oh, Talon doesn't know he's strike.
17, I think.
17. You strike the flame blade, and it hits him, and it actually like pauses at the skin. It's very weird for you. You never witnessed.
That's right, because you can see right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the glasses up.
Uh-huh.
And part of the skin begins to burn away, and you see scales and teeth begin to peer out.
Uh-huh.
And he leans forward. My turn. And a pair of giant red wings burst out of his back, and he rockets upwards, quickly pieces and flecks of the disguise falling away. Till you guys find yourself several hundred feet above the city. In the claws of a giant red dragon with golden scales throughout, kind of detailing it. He holds you fast forward. I am Ignatius. I am the Crimson Wind. I am the Lord of Dragons. Now what happened to the elf?
What is that? Was that his turn?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends. Are you still in combat, I guess?
I will grab Talon.
Unless he does something, yeah.
I will grab Talon.
Celis's close friend. This is the dragon that came to drop off that package to Grendel. That was his son.
Not son.
Al the second. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the adopted son.
Adopted son.
He did call Ignatius his father.
Just hold for a second.
I'm just watching this gun.
And I will kind of try to.
Oh, the town is very alarmed.
Yeah, I'm probably the only one just
You can actually hear the guard
going.
forming up.
And I will kind of like try to get a little free so I can breathe a little better.
All right, Big Metal, listen, and I need you to hear me because that's what he called you.
Grip tightens just a hair.
He's missing, and I can't find him. I am Ronan Talcraft.
You said he was dead.
There's a very high chance that he is, considering we've killed 2 of doppelgangers that were like him but were fiends. Normally,
The grip relaxes a little bit.
Normally, I would have reached out to. Normally, I would have reached out to the Margrave family, but the only one seemingly remaining that he knows and speaks to.
Ignatius lets out a long breath, and you can actually see flames wisp out of his mouth, which Talon feel pleasant to you.
That's also cute.
Him, I like.
You are
Ignatius slowly starts to descend.
I'm like running up to the guards. No, it's fine. It's fine. He's a friend of ours.
Fucking dragon!
He's a friend of ours. He's
Everything in me just is.
Yep. No, it's
I'm trying to restrain myself. Yeah, shoot!
Hey, today's the day we burn down Emir Hall. Today's the day it happens. Tell you what, breaking Ryan's mother out of jail is going to be a lot less concerned in about 10 minutes.
Might actually be easier.
That's kind of
The jail will not be there anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe just sell those meteors for him. No, that's probably it.
Well, if he's 20, he probably would have taken that as a
As a ninth
20th
level.
spell.
It's weird
As
for
a
him.
9th spell. Well, why did I take it as a 9th?
You took Wish.
That's right, I did take Wish.
And we used it on Selwyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I lost it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That was when I was 19, though. I wasn't 20 yet. So I would have taken fucking Meteor Sword.
No, you don't get a second ninth level spell.
Yeah, but you get another spell that you can
You
take.
do. That's true.
So
Anyway,
I would have taken
above
that
20.
as a 9th.
And as we're being lowered,
It's fine. I was actually prepared for a lot worse. Stories my father told me about it.
The giant dragon head just peers down. You're aware I can hear you.
Yeah, you could have killed us on impact, actually.
The thought had occurred.
Look good, you look healthy. The original said you were kind of like, it's not
His
as
form starts to slowly shrink as you guys go closer and closer to the ground, resembling once more the human form that you guys found.
does he need clothes?
No, the clothes are actually part of the shapeshifting.
Okay.
I'm naked all the time.
Technically, yeah. Technically,
Form you are.
technically, he is never clothed there. He is never wearing clothes. As Ignatius kind of hits the ground, and you see the embers around him, he stops and looks around. Sorry, I guess. Okay, I'm a king. You were saying.
Accurate.
You're insufferable.
Very much Ignatius' attitude towards things.
I am insufferable.
I had an entire campaign dealing with Ignatius in social situations. Delicate was never the word I would use.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Does he have a cloak?
He does not appear to have a cloak.
No, Emma has the cloak.
Yes, she does.
Okay. Marcellus has been missing for some time now. I've scryed on him several times. I've scryed on him several times, and each time I look around to see who's. Is it? I gather.
You guys have a lot of eyes on you.
I just kind of lean in each part of the tree.
You see, look at kind of as concerned as Ignatius is capable of looking. You see a flash of concern.
So he told you about what happened there.
I saw some of it. I was there when he dealt with it.
When was the last time you saw?
Maybe 6-7 years ago. Not uncommon. He goes off on his own a lot.
Has he ever gone for this? Without a
Not
decent
entirely
check-in?
uncommon. Usually he messages me and lets me know where he is every once in a while. That is rarer. He's also kind of a broody bitch sometimes, so I didn't really question it.
That he can be, yes.
Part of me was concerned he got himself stuck as a T-Rex again.
So that did have that. So that.
Talon will just shake his head. I'm sorry. You're king of what now?
I'm the king of Sieth.
Have I ever heard of that?
You would know the name.
Okay.
You wouldn't. You've never been there.
So wait, I'm sorry. Rewind.
Yeah, the Legend of Heroes and Sieth and Salam is fairly well known.
So that did happen. He wasn't bullshitting when he said he was a. They called him Marcellus, the Marcellus Pride.
He called himself that.
No.
Well, I don't know what you heard. He got his ass kicked by a Thessal Hydra, and it was only due to my influence he was not dead.
He told me about that moment.
Well, good.
Yeah, he said that after handing out so many vicious arrows and attacks and really putting this thing away, it got the jump on him. And that Ignatius, who had really just kind of been there the entire fight, decided to lift a finger, and then only then did we see the true strength of a dragon king.
He and I remember the Feywilds very differently.
Okay, why have you here? I do have to ask this question.
Why?
Sorry, you are. For me, you are of legend.
For many people, I am of legend. I don't deal with people very often.
Fair enough.
The benefit of being a dragon.
Really whoop King Darius' ass.
Absolutely.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Both times?
Damn, I'm gonna need to see it.
I took pity on him once.
That's what he said. That is it. Those were his words. Those weren't his words. I knew it.
But don't worry, if there were inside checks happening, there would be deception checks happening. I don't worry.
Did he land back where he started?
No, that's
Okay.
You're good. You're good, DM. You're good.
sharpening the ship.
Ghost. Alan, this is
Ignatius, yes.
Yes, thank you.
You know, I warned you to not tell them he was dead.
I know, but look,
Right.
look, only been 2 days, and look what we got.
Yeah.
Has it been 2 days, or has it been 24? Less than 24 hours.
It's been more than a full day, but not 2 full days.
Yeah, we're not even 2 full days.
About a day and a quarter, or a day and a half, rather.
So, has there been any? Has anybody said anything to you about sightings of him?
I don't know. I heard he was dead, and I flew directly to the person who gave the message.
Okay.
It takes a long time to cross the ocean.
You really get tired? I heard you never get tired.
I fly a lot.
That's so cool.
Why are we doing an interview? What the fuck is going on?
Sorry, I am just awestruck by this. He talked about you so much. Maybe it's just better if I show you. And I will start walking towards like an abandoned alleyway or just an empty alleyway.
People are following.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Go about your day.
Just go back to your drinks. As you do this, Sally and Grendel come running up, tailed by the ducks.
Yep, I imagine a giant fucking red and gold dragon just looming above the city. Probably.
Oh yeah, everybody's here now.
Presence.
Did she watch him just abduct us?
Couldn't just. You don't know what she saw.
Sally?
Sally, yeah.
Oh.
Sally does come running up at this point. What the hell happened? Did you guys kill the dragon without me?
No. He's the
So
dragon.
you're actually a dragon.
Yes. It's complicated.
Once he was a machine.
I've been a
Just
few
a confused
things.
look over his face.
So, you remember the lady that we saved?
Artificer.
Chloe.
Chloe. We got the flower for?
Yes, that's who I was suggesting we go and see.
Yes, she built his original body.
My second body.
His second body was his second body was a machine. They call them and it had a piece of a stone, I believe.
Details. It's not.
Okay.
Allegedly, some overzealous knight wanted to go kill the last dragon. Caught me while I was sleeping. Total bitch move. No stood a chance. But my body was grievously wounded. They put me in a gem, put the gem in a robot. I was a robot for a long time. Then they turned the robot into a dragon.
It was pretty spectacular from what I.
Insight check.
You wouldn't.
45.
Well, depending on how much, if you actually took your eyes off of his face, you probably still would have noticed the blue gem that's embedded in the front of his chest.
Okay.
It was very noticeable as a dragon. It's still there as a human.
So you know Chloe.
Full Tony Stark in it.
I'm close with her, yes.
The housing for nanoparts.
She's a good kid.
Huh.
It's weird to hear an elder woman described as a kid, but...
Because me and her talked at length, and she didn't mention you at all.
See, a little bit of pain. Well, I mean, she's, I'm sure she was busy. Someone says she's been sick for a while, so I'm sure that was taking precedent.
It's the dementia.
It's been so long.
You and her, Steve. Sorry, it just doesn't seem like you're the type of company that she would keep.
You would be so
She
surprised.
was an exceptional young talent.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Me and her got along great. Can't say the same for you so far, but
I get that a lot.
My father says he's actually a really kind individual.
Your father's a liar.
How do you let me finish? He's a one-time individual once in a while. He's actually.
Yeah, it's not that funny for us to fucking on the other side of the table.
I'm fucking loving it because I was thinking the exact same shit.
I had an entire campaign.
He's a goddamn liar.
He's actually. This is tracks everything he said D1 would do on first meet. Like this is.
Marcellus knows Ignatius pretty damn well.
This is pretty spot on.
He's had the better part of, what was it, 50 odd years to.
That's right, he was only coking for like, what, 5 of those? Then he ran the fuck off.
He didn't run the fuck off.
He ran the fuck off.
He just wanted to kill stuff.
It's fine, he just left me. It's fine.
You and your army of dragons. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yes, because dragons are known for their politics.
Marcellus. Marcellus.
He is a princeling.
We'll deal with that later.
You already dealt with it twice.
Which one of us is A, brought up in royalty, or B, wearing an illusionary body?
Well, anyway, sort of like dust himself off after being let down. If he vouches for you, then maybe we should start over.
Reach out and clasp your hands. Strange respect.
I'm Talon.
Ignatius.
Good to meet you.
Are you gonna
What's
say?
you?
Are you gonna say the whole title? Like, Ronnie's just looking at it. You're gonna say the whole title. Like at this point, it's no longer Star Trek. Now it's just fan.
I like the fireling.
You talking about me? I just told you my name was Talon.
Oh yeah, he just called you the fireling.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were saying that in character.
Okay. Anyway. Carry on, I'm sorry.
King Ignatius, it's finally a pleasure to meet you. I am.
Yes, we've gotten over many pleasantries. It's wonderful. Great. Can we please go on to why the fuck I'm here?
Cool. I'll pop the golden tube open and scry on Marcellus.
Okay. Funeral of quite a lot of people. He whispered the dwarven words to the golden tube. Pop my mic off. I didn't break it. Ghost, I assume you, Sally, remember we're doing your best to
Yep. It's like,
crowd control.
what's the regular business? Please move about your day, move about your day.
You got that HR hat on.
I'm just like trying to fasten like a sheet across the alleyway. No, please move along.
Putting up barriers.
Move along, move on.
Nothing to see here.
Loading rubber crossbow bolts. As the golden tube spews out the familiar plume of smoke, you see. I assume you're scrying on Marcellus.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you see him kneeling in a cage that appears to be suspended above a long drop. Still appears to be located within the Dreaming Dark, same location that you seem to have seen him in previously.
And I look over at Ignatius as it plays on the 42-inch flat screen. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes he's in a stone dark hallway. Sometimes he is in this cage suspended.
As you say this, you hear a soft growling coming from Ignatius's throat. He's a damn fool.
Know where he is?
I might.
I wish, and I'll just shut down the scry.
See Ignatius just mentally sigh at the idea of going over yet another history lesson. There was a time his eyeball was infected with an evil bitch who once tried to take over the world.
Oh,
and
yeah, you told me about that. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, he, we'll talk about that later. Just go. Yeah.
I'm sure he embellished heavily.
It was more painful than.
Oh, actually, maybe he didn't. That's also surprising.
No matter.
Point being,
Go ahead.
he had an evil gemstone in his head. We had to go to one of the planes of hells to take it out and remove her influence from him. It was not fun.
You said you were the goat down there. You said you were handling business.
That is also how I remember that moment.
So that's not okay.
Where's a gloss of the fact Igni also had a gem?
This is not important. It's part of the story.
I didn't embrace mine though.
You did not. All right. You tried to just really wrong. Like, I don't like this.
No, this is weird.
Guess we didn't have eyes at that moment.
No, you're right.
Point being, what you're showing me looks like that place.
Didn't you guys defeat Ilya in her palace?
Yes. But, where's a damn deity when you need one? There always needs to be someone there. So even if Ilya isn't, someone is.
Do you think he went back to try to fulfill her role?
I don't know. Maybe he just tried something. Most likely, he tried something really stupid.
Yeah, that sounds like him, yeah.
I don't know. Planning and thinking was never his strong suit. Great sneaker, great pickpocket. Not great planner.
Do you remember where the palace is?
Wasn't hard to find. That plane is not a pleasant place, and I have to find a way to go there.
We have to find a way to go there.
If I bring you there, when you die, I'm going to have to answer all the questions about it, and I don't look forward to that.
Or we go, kick ass, we leave.
You are definitely Marcellus's child.
In many ways, yes. Saying, you want him back, I want him back, want the same thing.
Point being, I had to find some way to get there, work out something, decide what I want to do. Do I want to bring all the dragons? Do I want to bring half the dragons? Kind of feel like bringing them all.
I wouldn't recommend that. My
Yeah, I
king.
like the idea of bringing all the dragons.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it would be another territory for you to claim under your belt.
No, I don't want it. I just want to burn it.
Okay.
Burn it, freeze it, melt it, then burn it again.
Okay, yeah, that sounds on par for you.
Yeah, I do have Meteor Swarm on his page.
I'm sure you do.
Listen, I just want to get him back.
As do I.
And I'm also sorry that I alerted you in that fashion.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Per his request, he said if things ever looked glum, to say that
Well, per my request, don't ever do that again.
noted. Can you change whenever you want to? Is that just like a...
Yes.
Note that.
How is it I traveled with a child and she asked less questions?
I'm just trying to make up the last 14 years. That's all. I have these questions. I've never met you. Talked highly of.
Wait.
Read a book.
Travel.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you that.
Oh, it's crying. Read a book. Leave me alone, Officers Square.
Sorry, what were you saying, Dylan?
So you said you travel or traveled?
I traveled.
Okay.
Not a slow thing going on with the kingdom. Disastrous fucking weddings.
Tell me about it.
Well, you were there.
Yeah, we were.
I mean, think like all things considered, she's the second scariest bride I've ever met.
Who's the first?
The person who married the most scary man I ever met.
Who's that?
Doesn't matter now.
He's still talking about your dad?
No, Marcel was never married.
No.
Okay.
Unless that's why he runs off all the time. That bastard has a secret family. Actually, I mean, kind of.
Oh, he's just theory crafting.
The dragon bane ring is spitting.
Son of a bitch.
He's fooling me all these years.
When I get him, I'm going to get him.
And then I'm going to kill him again.
I'm gonna ask his family if they want to have a nice dinner. Well, if it helps, I do have something that may help us get to the plane. I don't know if it'll get us exactly where we need to be, but definitely help.
That would most likely be useful. Selwyn, I think, can also do something in that nature.
Well, Talon here was just saying how he wanted to go to Merchant's Haven anyway. Visit Ludamentus.
I don't recommend it. It's a very boring place.
We
Sounded pretty cool.
No, Ludamentus is fine. The rest of the city sucks.
That's what Marcellus said. Strange. But I also need to check on another one of my father's friends while I'm there. So, I mean, want King Ignatius, we could rally in Merchant's Haven and then make the jump from there.
This is begrudgingly acceptable. I promise I won't burn everything down until you're ready to go. Don't make me wait too long.
That would never be the goal. But
Oh, and don't die or whatever. He probably wouldn't like it.
that's exactly what he said you would say. With the stoic face and all, yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell him to stop saying things about me.
Well, they're not bad. They're just honest. All right, then. I thank you for your hasty appearance. I know we both just kind of want the same thing at this point.
That is true.
Okay.
Because if anyone is gonna kill him, it's gonna be me.
This is the last question I have. He says you guys fought once, and you had him dead to rights, and then he just bamfed out. He was gone. You had him against a tree.
It wasn't much of a fight. And he is someone who's very sneaky.
Does that bother you to this day?
I have considered correcting that.
I knew it. I
Wings just burst out of his back again. Yeah, I hit everything.
I knew it. I told him.
Remember, Merchant's Haven, Ludo Mentis. The dragon form begins to reappear, fly off.
Tal, does that answer your question? If we can stop it, Merchant's Haven?
Yeah, it does.
Woo! All right. Yeah, that was.
How did it feel to see yourself again?
That was a sight, was it not?
That's what you could call it, I guess.
Man, the power of an ancient dragon. Gee, holy.
Well done.
All right.
He's not an ancient dummy. Adult.
How old is he?
555.
Wow.
He was 500 years old when our campaign started.
Oh, so he's 570.
Been 67 years?
So
567 years.
Okay. Oh, then no. Okay, sorry. I can understand correctly. Is it the power of an adult red dragon?
Oh, so that age, he's still young.
What?
He's still young.
No, he's an adult.
1,000 years is adult.
No, 1,000 years is ancient.
Yeah, 1,000 years.
1,000 years. 10,000 is ancient.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
By D&D law, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
oh. He is every bit of the dick my father said. My goodness. He could have just walked up and said, threw us into a wall or something. Just like ran in.
Above table, you send a random messenger to his house that says, "Hey, your
Sent his son.
yeah. Hey, one of your best friends is probably dead."
Yeah. I mean,
And some elf guy fucking told me this randomly, over a Terraton.
yeah. Did exactly what his father told him to do. So, and now look, we're gonna go to the.
It got results.
You're lucky he didn't pop your head off and then take you back to merchants or what's the
Darius's kingdom.
Oh, Harris.
Yeah, take your ass back to Hermos and revive your ass.
and be like, okay, now we can talk.
Bring this back.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Oh, please, as if he could.
Head, body, I need this to come back. I need to ask him some questions.
I broke it. Please fix it.
Pretty much.
Ghost, great job on crowd control.
So I was expectantly. The ducks helped a lot, and
Ducks did do a lot. Thank you, Quack Rogers. Thank you, Bluebell. Thank you, Tony Quack. I thank all of you.
the ducks just quack happily.
You remember when I warned you that was going to happen, right?
Yeah. I feel pretty good about the conversation we just had.
That was the best case scenario.
Do you feel good about that conversation? Because it looked like you guys almost got thrown out of the fucking city.
I feel pretty
Quite
good.
literally.
I didn't have to look, I was there.
At the end of the day, when I go over to the Dreaming Dark, I will have an old red dragon. I'll find that a win.
I don't know if it's as much as you have a dragon, as the dragon is also going to be there.
Yeah, that part too. Whatever.
Not sure he's as concerned with what you're doing.
Not at all. But we have a common goal. So, is anybody hungry? Is that
No.
no? Okay.
No.
No, I'm good.
Sally, can you eat?
Could eat.
Yeah, let's go eat. Grendel, do you want to eat? Awesome. And I will look for a food vendor.
Found easily enough. People are slowly starting to return to their stands. The guards don't know if they're supposed to put you in irons or go back to their post. You see, they're kind of whispering amongst themselves.
Ronan,
Yeah.
don't do that again.
Hopefully I won't have to.
Next time you should ask the smart people before you do something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Flame blade? Really?
What do you mean?
That was a red dragon. Sorta.
Uh-huh.
Right. What do red dragons breathe?
Oh, I know this. They.
Air.
Air.
Well, I couldn't tell that when he was in his humanoid form.
Right. Yeah.
I found it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Fair. I
Well, he's
tried.
fire guy. He does all fire stuff.
Yeah, I know. I tried to say something, but it was too late.
So you warned him about this?
Yeah, I was there when he told the his kid or something along the lines of. Anyway, remember when that red dragon showed up to drop off Grendel's?
Grendel kind of holds up the pouch.
Oh, yeah, that thing. And then Ronan gave him a message to take back to the King of Sieth. Yeah, and I said, "You know who the King of Sieth is, right?" And Ronan was like, "Yes, of course I know who the King of Sieth is."
Great impression.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
And I warned him that maybe telling someone of that reputation that someone he holds very dear to his heart is dead is not a good idea. Well, he didn't listen to me.
So you knew his temperament beforehand?
Oh, yes, very much so. Very much so, yes.
Yeah. I told him it wouldn't be long, and well, sure enough, right on cue.
Wow, a lot faster than I thought he'd get here, too.
Really? He's a magical dragon.
I expected 3 days.
3 days?
I did. I truly expected 3
Like
days.
your Ignatius is showing.
I know. 3 days. Sorry. It probably took just enough time for the message to get to him.
37 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
If he knew where we were, he would have just probably popped over here.
Marcellus said he had the ability to do so, yes.
Yes, I know. I've done
He
my
can
research.
teleport?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh.
Wait, hold on. I do believe I do speak Draconic. Yes, right. That's right. When I was learning Draconic back at the Wildwoods, I read up on some of the more notable dragons. He's a very accomplished spellcaster.
In his machine form, he was a sorcerer.
See.
Very good, too, from what my father said.
So instead of meeting us over there, why didn't he just teleport us over there?
Because we still have to go to Sapphire Shores.
Right. But he could take us there, and then I could take us back here.
Wait, can you teleport now, too?
He can tree walk.
Oh, shit, you can tree stride?
That's how you guys got to Hastings.
I forgot to walk
through the portal.
that was like a month ago.
Don't pay attention to shit.
I fucking forgot.
I'm expendable to this party.
That's a good question. Why didn't we do that?
Because we don't know the time frame. We don't know how long it's going to take us to or between here. Where's Grendel?
Good with you guys.
Between here and going down to Sapphire Shores and maybe making some possible stops along the way. I would hate to give the king, who is pretty, what's the word I'm looking for?
Temperamental.
Thank you. A date and we not make it. That seems
Didn't he
like,
say he was gonna go like talk to all the other dragons or some shit?
so we have some
I'm
time.
not gonna cry if we missed out on that.
We have time. So you want to do the Merchant's Haven before we go over to Lafayette?
Well, no, not anymore. I just thought.
We can still go to Merchant's Haven. It's just.
You mean before we go to Sapphire Shores?
Do you want to go before we
You
go?
said Lafayette.
I'm sorry, Lafayette. We can still go to. No, we can still go to Merchant's Haven because I know you want to go to Merchant's Haven, and now I have a purpose to go to Merchant's Haven, and then you need an alchemist. And Little Memphis probably has some great research on a variety of different things.
Even not having been there, Ludimentus, in particular Merchant's Haven, is famous for its breaking studies in magic and all sorts of different arcane and technological inventions. They are well known for it. So yes, you're looking for anything that's going to push the envelope of technology, good place to start.
No, I'm not saying as of right now we have to go there first. I'm saying if he had the capability to take us and he wants to meet there anyway, why would he not just take us and then I could take us back?
Well, don't you have to go to Sapphire Shores first in order to...
I do.
Well, I know you have to go. No, I mean for his ability. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how
He has
it
to-
works.
Tree stride?
Yeah. And
You
then
need to find a large tree that you can fit in,
Right,
or
right.
fit
And you
through.
can teleport to a tree you've seen before.
Right, so he had I don't know if he's been to Sapphire Shores. So
It doesn't. You can do it from any tree.
But he's saying a tree that he has seen. Has he seen a tree in Sapphire Shores? That's what I'm asking.
Why?
No.
No, he would need to have a tree he's seen in
What Talon
Yeah.
is asking is why didn't
Merchant's
he
Haven.
just teleport you guys to
two Merchant's
Ludimentus?
Haven. Yeah, Ludimentus.
And then after you guys were done with all that, Talon could transport you back here.
And then we could just go to Sapphire.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. I was looking at it in a different order. In all honesty, I'd rather take care of Ghost first.
I mean, in all fairness, we can still teleport to Solace. Just saying, like, we just had to pay some money to do it.
Right.
My vote is still make our way to Sapphire Shores first.
Okay.
I'm with whatever. Just don't do that again.
Oh, there's no need to now at this point. He's aware. He's aware. So I'll cross that off my list.
Yes. Now he's been here, which means he can get here quicker the next time. Great. Okay. Well,
I guess let's go. Do you two, and I'll look at Sally and Grundle. Shore anything up before we leave this place?
I actually wanted to go by a library when we had a chance. We wanted to look into the Hope family.
Look into what? What do you say?
The Hope family ghosts got a vision or some shit.
yeah, the name is escaping me at the moment. What the god told me.
Did you share that with Talon
Yeah.
yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys all knew about that.
I share that with
None
everybody.
of you know what the Hope family does or what part they rule over.
Let's see. Ghost evil tumor. When full of despair, find hope. Desmond Duke, that's his name. Do I have a shitty land page? No, I have the queen page. I have a general random note page, a page on my past, an evil tumor page, and the queen page. It's it. Ghost evil tumor.
I love your guys' notes.
Short and sweet.
If we had a website, I would definitely scan all your guys' notebooks and just upload them.
Motherfuckers would be mad. Mine is almost in doctor writing. It's only I'll be able to read it.
There's a reason Adrosi's is typed.
Okay. Good.
Well, if he's going to the library, then perhaps I'll go see if I can't procure any of the oils and such I was looking for. I might at least be able to get the rust ichor. The olive impact is tricky.
Okay, I can come with you.
Okay. So Ron and I are gonna go get food. You two are gonna go get rust, and Grendel will go to the library.
Is Grendel going to the library or is Land going to the library? Ronan will just say offhandedly.
Grendel is going to the library. Lan is very quiet right now.
Okay then.
I'll telepathically say to you.
Almost forgot. Hand you back your sketchbook.
Oh, yes, thank you.
As you open it, you find there is a picture of a duck strapped to a crossbow bolt, with its feathers just like wild. We got distracted.
Yeah. I don't know about this design.
She insisted the feathers would make it more aerodynamic.
And it would. Indeed would, yes.
Plus, then the duck would get to fly.
Ducks already fly.
Not that fast.
What?
You shoot way faster than ducks fly. You shoot, it's like, boom.
You're right. Let's go. Just like,
Please, let's go.
Before we do, I'll telepathically say to Ronan, knowing what we know now, are we sure that it's a good idea for Grendel, whether it's him or not in the moment, going to a place of research by himself?
It's fine.
My vote is no. I know you're hungry.
Fine. Hey Grendel, wait up.
I thought you guys wanted food.
I actually do want to look into a little bit of research about Ilya and that realm.
Okay. I mean, there should be history books.
Yeah,
She
of
was.
course.
The Red Dragon said she tried to kill the world or something, right?
Something of that nature.
Yeah. I mean, there should be books on it.
Yeah.
We should probably wait until afterwards to eat. I don't think food in the library is a good idea.
Probably not. Sally.
You see Sally steam slightly.
I know. But
Fine, I'll see if they have duck training books.
I'm sure they do.
Make a deception check.
Natural fucking 20. Oh my god.
Fine.
The only one that counts.
Alright. Most important 20 you roll the whole campaign.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright. So, you guys head up to the library. You two are going potion shopping. Again. It's much the same situation. There are a few potioneers, specific supplies, or things that are very good to a hard friend.
I'm specifically looking for the Ichor of Rust monster.
Are you asking around about it?
Yes.
Make an investigation check. I will say, if you would like to help him with this and you're proficient, you may give him advantage if you would like to.
Don't know if I am or not. Probably not.
I have no idea.
I am not.
Okay. Dirty 20.
That's fine. You ask around a few potioneers, and one kind of eventually don't think we sell anything like that in the city. It's a bit unusual and not more than a little bit dangerous. They may have something like that over our necklace. They get weird shipments of shit all the time. It's one of the major shipping ports for the country, so definitely would be a place I'd check. If not there, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to look more into it. But if they don't have it, they can tell you somebody who probably does.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. By the way, your wife's a huge fan.
Does she want an autograph?
Oh. She just loves the way you stick to the wall.
Oh. It's these fun little boot-ish bracer things on my feet.
Wow, it's fucking cool to watch.
Thank you. They're custom made.
You ever use that to climb with the Cyclopses?
No, I actually prefer the nails for that.
Seems like it'd be painful. Well, I guess they're big and thick-skinned
Yeah, they're
beasties.
fine.
Did you bring them with you?
No, they are actually dealing with some personal business themselves.
Well, a personal business a Cyclops would have, but...
Yeah, beats me.
Well, we're talking about trying to build a small kind of encampment for them outside the city or something, so next time they're here, they don't rip trees out of the ground.
You don't say.
Well, I mean,
That's so sweet.
they're kind of heroes around here.
They are. They sure are. You know,
I hate this place.
we'll tell them. We'll tell them that.
Oh, much appreciated.
I'm sure they will be love to come back here.
No, God, like I said, we love having you guys around.
Thank you. Well, it's a lovely city.
Oh, that reminds me. He reaches down below the counter, brings up. Here, you guys should have these on the house.
What is it?
You look over and you see 3 health potions sitting on the table.
That is very kind of you, sir.
Well, at least I can do. You guys saved my entire business, our city.
We will certainly put those to good use.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
So you may add 3 greater healing potions to your inventory.
Oh shit! I will immediately distribute that among the 3 of us. Eventually,
Who's the third?
1, 2, 3. Eventually.
He's not with you.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I said eventually.
Okay, I got it. I thought you were like passing them out immediately. Click. Me, Alan, Ronan. Shit.
Please tell your wife that that the water regulars say hello.
Oh, she'll be pissed. It'll be great.
I know. It had a pause.
Tell your wife that.
No, water. Say hello.
Ghost malfunctions.
Does he happen to have any just like vials so I can like restock
fine.
one? Does he have like very small thin vials? Like maybe just this big?
As you guys go to kind of stops. Yeah, I'm gonna admit it's a little bit unusual. I don't carry anything like that on me. There is a glass blower in town. We might be able to make them for you if you were willing to wait a day.
Very interesting. I will have to see him. Where is he located?
You want to go over down to the 5 Horns?
Okay. Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Shit, I'll drop my name book.
What is your name again?
Oh, well, you're very kind to ask. I'm Ballard.
What?
Ballard.
Very nice.
But anyways, you want to go around there, ask for Lola. She blows all the glass for the city. I'm gonna admit, originally, honestly, I was a little nervous about working with an elf, but she's good people.
Oh, my best friend is an elf.
Oh, right.
Person.
That's the creepy one.
Yes, the creepy one. He is very creepy. Very creepy.
Oh, fucking cool though. And been sort of practically lit up on fire. All sorts of shit.
Oh yes, he very interesting decisions he makes too sometimes. What a crazy
Your
guy.
guys' life is ever long interesting.
No, never. Where the fuck is it? There it is. Okay.
So as you guys are heading into the library, you end up. You're kind of brought in and introduced. As you walk in, you see kind of a stern older woman, human, appears to be in her 70s, maybe late 60s, with gray hair that's kind of pulled back into a bun, and a pair of square spectacles.
Where was she located? You said
Down in 5 Horns.
5 Horns.
As you guys walk in, she stops and kind of looks up at you. Yes, the mighty water wigglers. Well, unfortunately, there's no monster for you here to fight. How can I help?
Do a little research.
Well, that is what we do here. anything specific?
For myself, I am looking for anything. The Adventures of Rublion's Hammer or The Fall of Paul Hewitt.
One moment. And she reaches over and kind of see her going down a large intergalactic. History 2026. The Rise and Fall of Paul Hewitt. Aisle 3, shelf 4, down about halfway. The rest of you? Grindel. I was actually hoping to get a book on the families that currently run Terraton. Aisle 12, second floor, be about a third of the way in. I was hoping to get books on duck training. Librarian just stops. Books on what? Duck training? I want to train ducks. Sally holds up Bluebell. I'm afraid we don't do anything that personalized here. You lied to me.
I think what she's asking for is the psychology of animals. Have anything for that?
I'm not even aware animals follow a strict psychology.
Have anything for training dogs?
Some basic house training manuals, things of that nature.
Well, I mean, Sally, the ducks have kind of been like our dogs. If you want to try to use
Ducks
that.
are not dogs.
You want to just sit here in the lobby for a second, then?
Fine. She sits, just kind of sulks a little bit.
They lied to us, Bluebell.
He's the shifty one, I knew it.
That's when I'm not in the seat, Sally. That hurts my
It hurts a man. Hurts a man the way he can't heal. But yes, for sake of brevity, you managed to find a history book that in some detail covers the events of Rublion's Hammer. Some parts are a little bit sketchy on details, some parts are quite obviously embellished and made a little bit more fantastic for the sake of the book. But
murdered one hitting us her ass. Yeah, okay, that it was 3 hits.
but more or less it covers the events of Campaign 2.
Get more specific, like, because I'm assuming it's just like shelves of books and everything.
But it shows books that cover a number of different events throughout history. Paul Hewitt's Rise and Defeat is essentially a blip in this radar.
And then I will look for anything with the 9 level.
Okay, make an investigation check.
11.
11. You spend some time looking around, and, well, occasionally you find a few scrolls that mention the Hells. Don't find anything in detail.
Oh, there's tons of books that cover that. They're down in the cellar.
Oh, fuck that. All right.
They're in the restricted section.
2. I'm good. And I will kind of like keep an eye on Grendel.
Okay. Grendel is currently pouring through a book, just in depth.
Okay, here goes. It's so hard not to stab this motherfucker in the back of his head now. I love Grendel now. I don't even know him anymore.
Oh shit, man, this is how your friends put it. Use shitty venoms.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Grendel's shitty venom is way worse than Mike's. Mike's,
Is it?
Yeah, 100 and fucking.
That shitty venom has done nothing but help you since you met it.
That shitty venom is a liar, deceiver, and parent murderer. No,
Yes, but it's helped you.
I don't give a fuck. That doesn't make it any better.
Well, what has Ghost Venom done for you lately?
Ghost venom has stayed contained in the back of Ghost's head, minding his fucking business. That's what Ghost venom has done. Actually, Ghost venom is the more logical side of a person who knows they're about to go do some stupid shit. All right, Ghost venom isn't that bad.
You've done a fucking 180 on this venom.
Like, I now feel 150% different about
We need to go get another land. We Ghost Venom can stay, that's fine.
I told Ghost nothing, but hey, whatever you want to do, I'm gonna support you with Grendel and Land. Oh, we gonna separate that shit. We gonna separate that ass. I'll just walk over and ask what Land's looking at. I mean, Grendel. They're one and the same. Doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Grendel just speaks into your mind without looking up from the book. Family covering, the Hope. Hopes.
Anything useful?
Oh, plenty.
Okay. You gonna remember all of it, or are you taking notes? Does he have a notepad, or are you taking notes? Is he
Let's look at you taking notes.
That's because it's not Grendel looking.
He's taking notes over here.
just that moment where you know you can do it right now, and it'd be okay. Be okay.
I mean, you stab at me, can't scream.
What a dick! What a dick!
Still make noise. I probably talked about this before, but quick side street. In Return of the King, when Saruman gets stabbed in the back, Peter Jackson was giving Christopher Lee directions on like the noise to make, and Christopher Lee goes, "That's what it sounds like when somebody gets stabbed in the back." Fuck it, because the dude used to work in the army. Some shit.
That's not what it
It's like
looks
the coolest
like.
fucking one-up I think I've ever read about.
Let me show you.
Gandalf was Black Ops.
Saruman, yeah, kinda.
And I'll just stare at him for a second. All right. Well, if you need help with anything, you just give me a mental holler, and then I'll go back to just looking for through different books about fiend tales, all that monster shit.
Through them after a while. You hear Grendel in your head. Alright, I think I got it.
Got what?
The information.
Are you? So you're good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Sounds great. I'll be on my way to you.
Okay. See Grendel closing the book, putting it back on the shelf.
Make our way back out to Sally, who I am sure is still sitting in the lobby sulking with her ducks.
The ducks have now organized into a pair of dancing circles, kind of interlaced with one another.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I will look at the librarian. Thank you for allowing us to use your facility today.
Thank you. Please remember, if you do any harm to the books, I will unleash it tenfold onto you.
Understood. And we'll go ahead and leave.
Okay. You guys head back towards Market Square, about halfway-ish there. Talon and Ghost meet up with you.
Did you guys get anything, or get everything you were looking for?
Not
Not
exactly.
exactly, but I have a good idea where to go, maybe.
Fantastic. Do we, what time of day is it, DM?
It's early evening at this point, so about 5-ish.
Should we get an inn for the night and then head out first thing in the morning?
Man, I thought we had a house here.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right, we
we
do
have
have
a house
house
here.
Yeah.
It's over in Gem Dust, I believe. That's what I wrote down. Yep.
Have I, where did you need the rust stuff from?
I haven't. But he said the one port city. I don't remember what the name of it is.
Equus.
Equus, that's it.
Okay.
What a
Have we
cool-
been there yet?
No.
Okay.
We're going there, though.
Yep, that's why I said got it.
Look, if you guys just want to go everywhere I've created, you're gonna get you guys some pretty big. No, I like it. It's cool.
Well, let's go to the house and call it a night, why don't we?
Okay. Do you guys want to hear what I find out, or
Yeah, we can talk to us on the way there.
as you guys are traveling through, you're not a terrible long way. It's maybe 15-minute walk. You're accosted by multiple dwarves on the way who want to each pull you guys into their house and have a drink with you.
Oh, we can. We're official water wiggler. But yeah. Ronan is so fucking through.
So done with it.
He is just so fucking done right now. And it has nothing to do with the people. He doesn't mind that.
Big bang.
He's having a hard time with Grendel right now. He is having the hardest time.
Well, apparently the Hope families ruled the Shadowed Forest. They were founded in 2601. So actually, even before all the stuff before you. Couldn't find another page. Are you deciding what page this goes on?
No, I'm putting in my town's list district.
You said
I was making sure I
the
didn't
Shadow
already
Forest?
have the Shadow Forest in here.
Oh, gotcha.
You said they rule the Shadow Forest?
Yeah, they rule over the Shadowed Forest. But yeah, they were found by Lord Threeclaw. Then Lord Ice.
Hold on, man. Shit. Founded by Threeclaw.
Oh, wait, faster.
Three Claw?
Threeclaw.
Three Claw Hope?
Threeclaw Hope.
And then Ice.
Spelled Three Claw Hope. Alrighty. Nice.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
Nothing? Keep going.
He ruled from 2601 to 2633. He was actually the eldest of what were known as the three Tabaxi brothers of the night.
Tabaxi.
They kind of happened upon the Shadowed Forest and learned to kind of take control of all the beasts that were located there instead of just trying to kill them. And then kind of found out that the beasts there had a respect for the brothers, apparently, and the protection that they wanted to offer their people. They made the forest area kind of more livable for people. Apparently, some of the holds up there are actually in the forest, but something's happened. It's not that way anymore.
Did it say what happened?
Not in full detail. I'll get to that. Anyway, then his son Lord Ice ruled. Since he was a pure white Tabaxi, naturally very curious and playful. He spent his days exploring the Shadowed Forest. My game's bad. Are you picking up on the bullshit?
Just go to my
Okay.
continue.
But anyway, spent much of the day in the forest making friends with the inhabitants. Says he was like friends with the animals there, so tell him maybe you'd like him, I don't know. Or I should say would have.
What happened to him?
Get to that. Anyway, they used to use things like spider silk and unicorn hairs without actually having to kill to get them. So really opened up a lot of trade. Apparently, that's what like the Shadowed Forest was known for. But anyway, he was killed in 2681 by a Trent, apparently.
By Trent?
A Trent.
A Trent? Okay.
A giant tree-like creature.
Yeah, Trent. Okay.
Trant. Got it. Trant.
When you said 2681?
Yeah. Apparently, it somehow betrayed Lord Ice and killed him.
What year is it right now?
2693. Right now, they're ruled by Lord Snow.
Old snow.
Not that kind of snow. But anyway, he's named for his fur, which, like his dad's, was pure white. It says here he kind of took the forest as a threat after his father's death. And while some people still transverse it, now it's supposed to be entirely hostile, almost impossible to walk through. And so apparently he spends much of his time fighting Witlikers in the forest. Book says he's still alive, though. At least he was at the time it was written. But yeah, they also go by the Cat family. And, well, they're all Tabaxis.
No, I get it. That should just be our next campaign. Everybody's cats, everybody's Tabaxis.
I will kill the party.
Oops, all cats.
But anyway, yeah.
What was it? It'll be.
I didn't know William was born there, though.
What?
I didn't know William was born there.
Worthy?
I think so. His last name's Hart, right?
Yeah.
Well, bastards born in the Shadow Forest go by Hart.
So, did you say Ice was the son of Three Claw?
Yes.
Okay.
He was the eldest son of Three Claw. Let me see. I think I have a... I should have anyway. I do. I'm a good boy.
One was named Cheeky.
Tabaxis have weird names.
That one's name should have been Cheeky.
Homie Ghost had been born into a noble family.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like how they're all Tabaxi and then the Kenku is named Hiss.
Yeah. But yeah, Midnight, who is cousin to Ice, or was cousin to Ice, I should say, was never married but adopted a great number of children, including obviously Chase, Luna, Petra, and Hiss. But yeah, Three Claw was the eldest son, and then when he was younger, his eldest son Ice took over, and then from him, Lord Snow. I can zoom in if you need.
No, I'm good.
It's so funny to me because I spent just like a couple hours pulling up, making up this family tree chart.
Well, when we get to the Shadowed Forest, we'll be able to meet the captain of the Night's Watch.
Lord Snow for the watch. You still looking?
No, you're good.
Oh.
You're good now. Is that on your World Anvil thing?
No.
Okay.
No, you
Send that to me if you would.
have to pay money to use trees on Moral Anvil.
That's lame.
It is lame.
Don't let you what?
You have to pay money to use trees on Moral Anvil.
That's silly. Can you screen cap that and send it to me for reference? For my own personal curiosity.
And go figure he wants to know about the cat family.
Yeah, weird.
Racist.
Or Ghost has really been part of this entire time and he never knew it.
Don't know my own family, sorry.
Yeah, you know. Noble families and stuff. You know that when you were found-ish, you were found in Galad.
Yeah?
Actually, that's not that far from the Shadow Forest now that I say that.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
isn't.
not.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence.
Look, man.
We're gonna go to the Shadow
In
Forest.
fairness, not a lot of places are very far from anywhere
To the
else.
Shadow Forest and
Not to mention, Lord Moonstar asked if I'd ever been to the Shadowed Forest.
Ghost, we're gonna get there and Lord Snow's gonna look like a white version of you, bro. Just an all white version of you. Just not even right on. I'm talking like butt right on there, like popping. It's like
Remember when I was speaking with Desmond?
yeah.
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 That's weird.
Almost like I plan shit sometimes.
Weird. The only, let's see, the memory I have, let's see. You know what?
We're just not gonna let that one go because you don't know about that.
Okay. You can't stop that.
You know, it might be.
This is the one true heir to the throne. He is Ghost, leader of the Shadow
Fucking Daenerys
Forest.
Targaryen, rightful heir of the Seven Kingdoms.
Boy, that path page is sure feeling itself out there.
Prodigal son has returned.
Interesting.
All of a sudden, he
Cute.
becomes Lord Ghost, Master Beast.
Very curious. Sorry, sir, what's curious?
Oh, mind your business.
It's a little tiny kid just comes up to Ghost who's curious. Mr. Ghost, what's curious? Mind your business! So as you guys Double asked calmly.
Oh man.
There was a left. So as you guys are approaching, you're in your keep. Sally kind of said, "So when are we leaving tomorrow?"
Probably first thing in the morning.
Well, don't we want to meet William and Michael while we're here? At least you said we wanted to. We wanted to tell them about the Dark Swamp stuff.
Oh yeah. So early afternoon.
Okay, I better have more ducks tomorrow.
That would be cool.
The ducks can explain things. We can act out scenes.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, if they're gonna become a traveling duck troupe, we have to make it good.
You are right. You're absolutely right. How far are we from the house?
You guys are pretty much walking into the house at this point.
Ronan will go straight to the backyard.
Okay.
He will start taking off his upper pieces of his armor.
Sure.
And he just gets straight to training.
Easily enough. I'm kind of curious as watching this. Yeah, just more passerby.
He is coping.
All right. Anything the rest of you would like to do?
No, I'm just working on my design. That's about the only thing that's on Ghost's mind currently.
Alright. So, after training and eating for the evening, eventually you guys end up retiring. And I think that is where we will go ahead and call it for the week. So, yeah. Shit went down. I've known what was going to go down with Ignatius since the moment he sent that message and was like, alright, we're going to do it. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you guys at home so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we will see you guys next week.